Phoenix Nights. Chapter 3060. Actually using an incarnation to fool this daddy. Little bald donkey Fan Shio, come out and accept your death. Gu Fei's divine sense enveloped the entire Mount Meru, and his voice was transmitted into the ears of all the Buddhist experts on Mount Meru. What is this guy trying to do? All the Buddhist experts on Mount Meru were dumbfounded. This Gu Fei was truly arrogant, actually daring to behave atrociously on Mount Meru. How many years had it been since something like this happened? Ever since Gu Fei wreaked havoc in the Heavenly Buddha Path, there had never been a case of someone breaking into the Heavenly Buddha Path. But today, the same person broke into the Heavenly Buddha Path once again, wanting to wreak havoc. But this time was different. Gu Fei broke into the Heavenly Buddha Path alone. To Gu Fei, the Heavenly Buddha Path was a place that couldn't be casually destroyed. One must know, this place might contain the most important arrangements left behind by the ancient Buddhist Lord. Gu Fei wasn't someone who didn't know what was important. The power of the Buddhist sect might be able to change the situation in the future. Once the world was plunged into chaos, the devils would invade. Who would be the final enemy, no one knew. Inside a cave dwelling on Mount Meru, the little monk Fan Shio also heard Gu Fei's words, but he only smiled and didn't say anything. He also didn't want to go out. Ancestor, this Gu Fei is really too arrogant, the old monk beside Fan Shio said. Let him be arrogant. The little monk Fan Shio laughed. At this time, at the peak of Mount Meru, Gu Fei's gaze swept across the surroundings. Wherever his gaze landed, countless experts didn't dare to look him in the eye. In the void around Mount Meru, many powerful figures appeared. Since these people could cultivate in the Heavenly Buddha Path, it was obvious that they had long converted to Buddhism. Now, someone actually dared to barge into Mount Meru, causing these people to be inexplicably shocked. One must know that this place was the ancient Buddhist Lord's Tao field. Where did this fella come from, actually daring to behave atrociously in Mount Meru? A loud shout rang out, and an incomparably powerful figure appeared in the void opposite of Gu Fei. A pair of golden eyes shone with Buddha luminance. It's the great rock golden-winged Dharma protector. On Mount Sumeru, a Buddhist saint recognized this white-clothed cultivator. According to legend, the ancestor of the great golden-winged Ping was the great Ping protector that followed the Buddhist Lord for thousands of years. Of course, the current great Ping protector wasn't the same great Ping protector from back then. However, the current Great Ping Protector's cultivation was extremely powerful. That year, when Gu Fei wreaked havoc in the Heavenly Buddha sect, Guardian De Ping was still in a deep slumber. Naturally, Guardian De Ping didn't recognize Gu Fei. Humph, it's just a little bird. Gu Fei glanced at the golden-winged rock protector and said indifferently. What? The white-robed cultivator was furious. Although he cultivated the Buddhist Dharma, it was the Vajra art that subdued demons and devils. The wrath of the Vajra was no small matter. How dare you look down on this protector? The golden-winged rock was enraged. A spot of Buddha luminance immediately emerged from between his eyebrows. It was as dazzling as a golden sun. With a swoosh, a crescent Buddha luminance rushed out from between his eyebrows and slashed at Gu Fei. The crescent Buddha luminance flitted across the void, leaving a pitch-black crack in its wake. Seeing this scene, Gu Fei smiled. If it was the golden-winged rock that had accompanied the Buddhist Lord for thousands of years, he would still have some misgivings. However, Gu Fei knew that this golden-winged rock was only a descendant of the golden Ping ancestor. Gu Fei directly waved his hand, and with a clang, the crescent Buddha luminance was sent flying. Then, the Buddha luminance directly shattered in the void. What? The golden-winged rock's expression changed when he saw this. This guy was so powerful that he could casually break his Buddhist demon-subduing technique. The Buddhist demon-subduing technique was definitely not weaker than any other technique because it was a supreme technique created by the Buddhist Lord for thousands of years. Little bird, you're not my match. Call your master out. Gu Fei looked at the white-robed cultivator and said with a faint smile. What did you say? The golden-winged rock was both shocked and angry. Gu Fei's battle prowess was too great. This made the golden-winged rock's heart palpitate. This fierce person truly lived up to his name. Although he had never seen Gu Fei, he had heard of Gu Fei's ferocious name. Damn it, I don't believe I can't beat you. The white-robed cultivator gritted his teeth. An extremely powerful fluctuation of Buddhist energy erupted from his body, and the figure of a golden-winged rock emerged from his body. Swoosh! The golden-winged rock that had emerged from the white-robed cultivator's body directly rushed out and fiercely pounced at Gu Fei. Spiritual will manifestation technique. Gu Fei smiled. A figure also emerged from his body. The figure took a step forward and met the golden-winged rock head-on. This was an incorporeal figure formed from an extremely powerful spiritual will, but it was not an essence spirit. It should be known that battles between essence spirits were extremely dangerous. No one would be willing to use their essence spirits to battle unless they were truly fighting with their lives on the line. Once their essence spirits were destroyed, their physical bodies would become soulless walking corpses. The golden-winged rock had some misgivings, so it had used the spiritual will manifestation technique to compete with Gu Fei. Of course, if Gu Fei did not want to compete with it in terms of spiritual will, he could directly destroy the spiritual will manifestation technique. However, Gu Fei naturally wanted the Buddhist golden-winged rock to accept his defeat wholeheartedly. At that moment, the two silhouettes formed by the divine will were already locked in battle. Extremely powerful divine will fluctuations erupted from the two silhouettes. Rumble! The void shook. The spiritual will of the two experts was so powerful that it could shake the void. It was no different from the two experts fighting with their real bodies. The Buddhist experts on Mount Meru were dumbfounded when they saw this. The golden-winged rock's cultivation and combat strength were actually so powerful. In fact, this was the first time many people on Mount Meru had seen the golden-winged rock fight. It should be known that the golden-winged rock had always been in a deep slumber on Mount Meru. It had not been long since the golden-winged rock had awakened from his slumber. At this moment, the white-robed cultivator that the golden-winged rock had transformed into sat cross-legged in the void. An incomparably dazzling Buddhist light rushed out from his glabella. It was as if a golden sun had been fixed on his glabella. On the other hand, Gu Fei was still standing casually in the void. However, there was also a finger-sized chaos divine light shining brightly on his glabella. Within the chaos divine light on Gu Fei's glabella, there were vague chaos Tao patterns intertwining. The difference in strength was already very obvious. Although the golden-winged rock's cultivation was powerful, it was still not enough in front of Gu Fei. Kill! The figure formed by Gu Fei's spiritual force directly rode on the golden-winged rock's body. His left hand grabbed the feathers on the golden-winged rock's head, while his right hand swung and punched the golden-winged rock's head repeatedly. The golden-winged rock wailed miserably. Its entire body erupted with golden light, and there was a clanging sound. Its feathers transformed into peerless swordlight that pierced towards Gu Fei. At such a close distance, Gu Fei's spiritual force incarnation had no time to dodge. The countless golden swordlight pierced his spiritual force incarnation. However, a layer of divine armor suddenly appeared on Gu Fei's spiritual force incarnation. The countless swordlight pierced the divine armor, and were all repelled. What? The white-robed cultivator sitting cross-legged in the void could not help but stare at this scene. Boom! At this moment, there was a loud noise. Gu Fei's spiritual force incarnation had actually punched the golden-winged rock's head. The golden-winged rock's spiritual force incarnation immediately dissipated in the void. Roar! The white-robed cultivator screamed and fell from the sky. Everyone was stunned by this scene. That was the golden-winged rock protector. How could it be defeated just like that? It was unbelievable. Just as the white-robed cultivator was about to land on Mount Meru, his falling momentum instantly stopped. A moment later, he shot up into the sky and once again appeared in front of Gu Fei. At this moment, Gu Fei's divine will incarnation turned into a streak of chaotic divine light and flew back into the space between his eyebrows. The white-robed cultivator in front of Gu Fei was in a terrible state. His hair was a mess, and his forehead had split open. Golden blood seeped out of the crack. The white-robed cultivator looked somewhat tired. His spiritual force had been severely injured. Why? Do you still want to fight? Said Gu Fei smilingly as he looked at the white-clad cultivator. I have to admit that you are really strong. The white-robed cultivator stared at Gu Fei and gritted his teeth. So you're admitting defeat? Gu Fei said. Admit defeat? Humph, impossible, the white-robed cultivator said. He was the golden-winged rock protector and had a very high status in the Buddhist sect. Naturally, he had his own pride and would not easily admit defeat. Why? You don't want to fight and you don't admit defeat. What do you want then? Gu Fei looked at the white-robed cultivator curiously. I'll fight you next time. With that, the white-robed cultivator turned and left. Gu Fei did not attack. He did not have any grudges with the golden-winged rock, so there was no need for them to fight to the death. They were just simple opponents. Just as the golden-winged rock left, a pitch-black vortex suddenly appeared in the sky above Mount Meru. A heaven-devouring force descended from the vortex and enveloped Gu Fei. This is... Gu Fei looked up. His long hair and clothes fluttered in the wind. He was as still as a mountain, but the heaven-devouring force could not move him. Go in! A loud shout came from within Mount Meru. Then, a huge, 10,000, Buddhist seal rushed out from Mount Meru and headed towards Gu Fei. Gu Fei was shocked. He was fighting against the vortex that had suddenly appeared in the sky, but someone was attacking him from behind. Chapter 3061. Rumble. Within the heavenly Buddha path, at the peak of Mount Meru, a pitch-black vortex spun. An extremely powerful heaven-devouring power surged out of the vortex, as if it wanted to devour the entire world. The suction force of the black vortex was so strong that even the surrounding light was sucked in. Even the Buddhist light on Mount Meru was sucked in and thrown into the black vortex. Gu Fei was originally unafraid of the black vortex. He stood as still as a mountain. The void around him was constantly collapsing under the suction force, but he still remained motionless. However, when the swastika, Buddhist seal on Mount Meru soared into the sky and pressed towards him, the situation changed. The swastika, Buddhist seal condensed the powerful Buddhist power of Mount Meru. It was like a Buddhist artifact that had been awakened. It directly sent Gu Fei into the pitch-black vortex. What? Gu Fei's shock was no small matter. When he was sucked in by the black hole, he actually sensed the aura of heaven and earth. Behind the black hole was a world. The swastika, Buddhist seal that rushed out from Mount Meru directly sealed the black vortex in the sky. The black vortex gradually shrunk and finally disappeared completely. The huge swastika, Buddhist seal spun on the peak of Mount Meru, emitting boundless Buddhist light and sealing the void of heaven and earth. This is... In the distant sky, the golden-winged rock that had previously retreated was indescribably shocked. Gu Fei had actually been sealed in that place. Even if he was a quasi-supreme, it seemed that it would be difficult for him to escape. I originally wanted to fight you again, but it seems that I won't have the chance. The golden-winged rock sighed and turned to leave. This time, he directly returned to his own place of cultivation and went into seclusion. Everyone who saw this scene was dumbfounded. No one would have thought that it would be such an ending. The fierce Gu Fei had actually been sealed in that legendary place. Legend had it that the ancient Buddhist lord had traveled the 3 realms and 6 paths and subdued countless demons and ghosts. However, not all demons and ghosts would submit to him. Those that did not submit to the ancient Buddhist lord were directly sealed. Of course, among the creatures sealed by the ancient Buddhist lord, most were the ferocious demons of the demons. A demon that the ancient Buddhist lord had personally suppressed was naturally no small matter. No one knew where the legendary ancient Buddhist lord's demon sealing ground was. Right now, Gu Fei might have been sealed into the legendary land of devil suppression by a certain Buddhist ancestor on Mount Meru. If that was the case, then Gu Fei would definitely not be able to escape. A crisis had passed. At this time, within the belly of Mount Meru, in a cave abode, a token floated in front of the little monk Fan Shio. A Buddhist seal was hidden within the token. Haha, ancestral master, this time, Gu Fei is done for. The old monk beside Fan Xiu laughed heartily. He was incomparably excited because the Buddhist sect and Gu Fei had been entangled in all kinds of grievances. Gu Fei had long been regarded as a great calamity by the Buddhist sect. Others might be finished, but not Gu Fei. Little monk Fan Xiu grabbed the token that was floating in front of him. It was an antique, a Buddhist token that had been refined by a Buddhist lord for thousands of years. Using this Buddhist token, one could open the legendary ancient Buddhist lord's demon sealing ground. One had to admit that little monk Fan Xiu had once again tricked Gu Fei. This guy was too smart and patient. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to trick Gu Fei. At this time, the vicinity of Mount Meru was bustling with noise and excitement. All the experts cultivating in the heavenly Buddha sect were alarmed. Many ancient existences appeared on Mount Meru. The heavenly Buddha sect's true strength was finally revealed. The heavenly Buddha sect was not simple. Other than the ancient Buddhist saints on Mount Meru, these ancient existences that had never come out into the world were the true backbone of the sect. Let's go out and meet those old fogies. Little monk Fan Xiu put away the Buddhist token in his hand, stood up, and walked out of the cave. The old monk hurriedly followed him. At this time, Gu Fei cursed 18 generations of little monk Fan Xiu's ancestors. At the moment when he was swallowed by the black hole, he sensed little monk Fan Xiu's aura. That little bald donkey was truly worthy of being the ancestor of underhanded schemes. Gu Fei felt himself descending at a rapid speed. In this dusky land, the chilly wind howled, and black dust was constantly swept up into the sky. Here, Gu Fei felt an incomparably strong pressure, as if he was facing an invisible supreme being. Even with his cultivation, he found it hard to fly. He was like a meteorite, falling from the sky towards the pitch-black land in the west. Boom! A loud explosion sounded, the ground shook, and dust flew everywhere. The ground collapsed, and a huge pit appeared on the black land. Cracks spread out from the pit. Then, a figure shrouded in chaotic light walked out from the pit. There was not a single speck of dust on his body. What is this place? There's actually such a strong pressure here. Gu Fei was incomparably shocked. He found that his cultivation was suppressed, unable to fly, and his divine sense couldn't leave his body. He looked up and found that there wasn't even a single star in the dusky sky. Dark clouds floated in the sky, and the entire land was enveloped in a cold aura. Demonic energy. Although it was difficult for Gu Fei to release his divine sense, he could still sense the existence of demonic energy. There was actually demonic energy in this world, which meant that there was a demon here. Could this place be? Gu Fei couldn't help but be moved when he thought of a place. At this moment, a black figure charged out from the depths of the pitch-black land, directly charging towards the place where Gu Fei had fallen. It was like a black shadow flitting across the land at high speed. Very soon, the black figure arrived near where Gu Fei had fallen. It appeared on a hill and swept its gaze over Gu Fei, who was standing beside the pit. Gu Fei also noticed the existence of the humanoid creature immediately. When he saw it, he was shocked because it was a strange creature that looked like a black skeleton. 2 spots of blood-red light shot out of the creature's eyes like blood-red stars, and a powerful demonic aura enveloped the entire land. Chapter 3062. Gu Fei was tricked by the little monk Fan Xiu, and was sealed in a dark place. In this place, Gu Fei was shocked to find that there was an extremely strong suppressive force in this place. Even someone as powerful as him could not even fly in the air. It was as if he had suddenly fallen from the quasi-supreme realm, and became immortal. Not long after Gu Fei fell to the ground, he was discovered by the creatures in this place. A humanoid creature that looked like a skeleton appeared on a nearby hill. Swoosh! The creature leaped from the hill and crossed a dozen miles in an instant. Then, with a bang, it landed on the ground. With a thud, the creature landed on the ground and pushed off with its feet, causing the ground to crack. Then, it leaped up once more and pounced toward Gu Fei. In just 2 leaps, it had crossed more than 30 miles. One could imagine how powerful this creature was. It should be known that there was an extremely strong suppressive force in this place. Seeing this, Gu Fei's pupils shrank. At this moment, a strong demonic aura had already swept over. The skeleton-like creature had already pounced at him. Roar! The creature was extremely crazy. With a roar, it directly punched at Gu Fei. The bloody light that shot out of its eyes was several feet long. Gu Fei's eyes were also filled with chaotic light. He growled and also punched at the other party's fist. Boom! The two fists collided in an instant and exploded with a loud sound. The ground under Gu Fei's feet immediately shook. The entire ground undulated like waves and a layer of dust rose. Gu Fei only felt an extremely strong force from the other party's fist, causing him to involuntarily take a step back. On the other hand, the skeleton-like creature was sent flying dozens of feet by Gu Fei's punch. Then, it flipped in the air and silently fell to the ground like a fallen leaf. People from the outside world. A voice rang out in Gu Fei's mind. The opponent's divine sense could actually leave his body. This caused Gu Fei's mind to tremble. Could it be that the opponent's divine sense was even stronger than his? However, he soon discovered that his divine sense could also leave his body. However, he could only leave his body and cover an area of about 200 to 300 feet around him. Gu Fei was indescribably astonished that his divine sense could only extend 20 to 30 feet away from his body. One had to know that he was a quasi-supreme being. Who are you? Gu Fei released his divine sense. You don't need to know who I am because you're about to die, said the skeleton-like creature. Then, a shocking murderous aura erupted from the creature. Then, the skeleton-like creature vanished into thin air. Humph! Gu Fei sneered. He took a step forward and disappeared into the void in an instant. At the same time, a silhouette appeared where Gu Fei originally stood. However, in the next second, the silhouette disappeared again at an extremely fast speed. However, very quickly, a bang was heard. The demons were thrown out of the void by Gu Fei's punch. You want to kill me? I'm afraid you don't have the right to do so, Gu Fei said in disdain. However, he had to admit that these demons were really strong to be able to block his punch. The two silhouettes moved rapidly in the void. Muffled sounds of collisions were heard continuously. Gu Fei and the creature continued to clash, attacking each other. It could be said that it was a tit for tat. The more Gu Fei fought, the more surprised he became. He never thought that the first creature he met here would be so strong that it could fight against him. One should know that he couldn't be compared to an ordinary quasi-supreme being. There was no doubt that the chaotic martial body was strong. Every time he raised his hand, he could easily tear apart the void. However, the void here was extremely stable. Even with Gu Fei's strength, he couldn't move the void here. You're not bad. Be obedient and let me devour your essence. I'll let you die a quick death, the skeleton-like demon said with a sinister smile. Such a smile would make one's heart palpitate. It should be known that this creature was a living being that was covered in a layer of human skin. Haha, don't be stupid. Who would let you kill me obediently? Gu Fei laughed out loud. He was amused by this creature. Who did this fellow think he was? A supreme being? Acting all high and mighty, as if he was the ruler of everything. Roar! Hearing this, the creature roared angrily and stretched out its hands. 10 rays of black light shot out from its skinny fingers. Each ray of black light was like a black chain that wrapped around Gu Fei. Although Gu Fei's cultivation was suppressed by this world, it didn't mean that he had lost all his abilities. Just when the 9 dark lights were about to wrap around his body, an extremely bright sword light rushed out from his body. With a flash of sword light, the 10 rays of dark light were immediately destroyed. After destroying the 10 rays of dark light, the extremely sharp sword light continued to pierce towards the creature. What? The creature was shocked. It didn't expect this human to still have such powerful combat power. One should know that once a creature from the outside world entered this place, it would be difficult for them to use their cultivation. Only those that were trapped here for countless years could gradually recover some of their abilities and combat power. No one knew how long this creature had been trapped here. It had already adapted to the environment and recovered some of its cultivation and combat power. Clang! The creature slapped the sword light with its claw and actually crushed Gu Fei's sword light. Then, it reached out its claw and grabbed at Gu Fei's head with lightning speed. Black light flickered on the black, slender, and sharp claws. Open! Gu Fei roared and pushed his hands to his sides. A ripple visible to the naked eye immediately spread out from his body, as if he was holding up a part of the world. What? The creature was instantly enveloped by the transparent ripple. It was shocked and quickly retracted its hand, wanting to retreat. However, Gu Fei didn't give it the chance. Swoosh! A sharp sword light rushed out from Gu Fei's body. With a flash of the sword light, the creature's head was sent flying. Gu Fei then reached out and grabbed the creature's head. Inner world. You actually still have an inner world. How is this possible? He directly leaped up from the ground, traversed dozens of miles in an instant, and landed on the ground. Bang! His feet pushed off the ground, and he soared into the sky again. In the next moment, he landed more than 10 miles away and climbed up a small hill. Then, he looked around. Under the dusky sky was an endless land. There were black mountains towering on the land, and some places were shrouded in demonic aura. There was no need to ask. The places shrouded in demonic aura were definitely where demons were entrenched. Although those demons were thrown into this place after being crippled by the Buddhist experts, no one knew how much of their cultivation had been restored after a long period of time. Gu Fei wasn't willing to provoke these guys easily. What he needed to do now was to find a way to leave this damned place. This place lacked vitality and was like a land of death. Moreover, the sky was dusky, and the entire place was enveloped by an extremely powerful suppressive force. This made Gu Fei very unhappy. Although he wasn't afraid of this suppressive force, it was very troublesome to walk in such a place. To him, losing the use of his spiritual force was like losing a pair of eyes. At this moment, he suddenly noticed a black figure walking out of a valley hundreds of miles away. 2 blood-colored lights lit up in the dusky sky. That's... Gu Fei didn't hide because that was where he wanted to go. It was a devil valley with an incomparably powerful demon entrenched within. From the soul memories of that demon, Gu Fei knew the origin of the owner of the devil valley. It was an incomparably powerful demon lord. At this moment, one of the demon lord's subordinates walked out of the devil valley. Very soon, that demon lord's subordinate discovered Gu Fei's existence. The 2 blood-colored lights instantly became even brighter. It was also a skinny humanoid Devil Dao creature, and it did not seem to be any different from the Devil Dao creature that Gu Fei had killed earlier. In this devil suppression ground of the ancient Buddhist sect, there was no essence energy for the living beings here to absorb. Therefore, all the living beings here locked their essence energy within their bodies, not letting it leak out. In fact, Gu Fei had learned from the soul memories of the humanoid fiendish Dao living being that the living beings sealed here survived by devouring the essence of other living beings. This was a cruel law of survival. If one didn't want to die, then they had to hunt other living beings. Only through this method could they replenish their exhausted essence energy and continue living. This was also the reason why the living beings sealed here were all skinny. That demon directly rushed towards the hill that Gu Fei was at. It was extremely fast, like a black shadow sweeping across the land, and soon arrived at the bottom of the hill. Human! That demon came closer and sensed the powerful life force on Gu Fei's body. It couldn't help but be overjoyed. It directly leaped up from the bottom of the hill and pounced towards Gu Fei. This demon didn't care how Gu Fei appeared here. It was like a starving beast that saw a big piece of fresh meat. It couldn't wait to devour Gu Fei. You want to eat me? Gu Fei laughed. The demonic creature that was pouncing at him had actually opened its bloody mouth and was about to chomp down on him. He made a 360-degree turn, and his right foot kicked towards the head of the demonic cultivator like a divine whip. Bang! Crack! The sound of impact and bones breaking rang out at the same time. Gu Fei's foot had landed on the left side of the demon's head, and half of the demon's head immediately caved in. The violent impact sent the demon flying to the side. With a bang, it smashed heavily into the ground, then slid on the ground for dozens of feet before coming to a stop. He had only been tricked by Fan Shio. Otherwise, Fan Shio wouldn't have sent him here. "All right, take me to your master," Gu Fei said to the devil cultivator. This fellow wasn't his opponent at all. He could kill this fellow at any time. However, he couldn't take the existence behind this fellow lightly. The master of the Devil Valley was an ancient devil, an incomparably ancient devil. From the memories of the devil spirit he had read, he knew that this ancient devil was sealed here by a Buddhist lord throughout the ages. This was an ancient devil from the same era as the ancient Buddhist masters. He was definitely an ancient being. Even after being sealed for so many years, this ancient devil was still alive and kicking. This made Gu Fei curious. Just what sort of methods did this ancient devil use to survive till now? "What? You actually know of the existence of my master?" The moment the devil cultivator heard this, he was indescribably shocked. "Why? Aren't you going to lead the way?" Gu Fei's tone turned cold as a chilling killing intent emanated from his body. "You..." The devil cultivator knew that if he didn't bring this man to his master, this man would definitely kill him without hesitation. Helpless, the devil cultivator could only lead the way and head towards the Demon Valley. This human was extremely strong. Most probably, only his master would be able to subdue this human. Even though the devil cultivator was helpless, he was secretly relieved in his heart. This human was dead for sure. After all, the master of the Demon Valley wasn't someone to be trifled with. Very soon, two figures appeared at the entrance of the Demon Valley. The Demon Valley was shrouded in a demonic aura as a chilling aura of the demon Tao gushed out from within. It was as though a bunch of demons were dancing within the valley. From time to time, there would be demonic figures appearing within the demonic aura. The devil cultivator brought Gu Fei straight into the valley. The valley was extremely silent, without any sound. There were no other living beings of the demon Tao in sight. However, the ground of the valley was littered with countless bones. In the depths of the valley, there was a mountain of bones. At the peak of the mountain, there was a stone coffin. That wasn't an ordinary stone coffin. There were streams of demonic aura shrouding the surface of the stone coffin. An incomparably strong demonic energy was gushing out from the stone coffin. The devil cultivator brought Gu Fei to the front of the mountain of bones. The devil cultivator immediately knelt down and prostrated on the ground, not daring to raise his head. Swoosh! Gu Fei chuckled. His hands continued to form hand seals. Rays of dazzling sword light rushed out from his hands and slashed towards the stone coffin on the mountain of bones. Chapter 3065. The ancient devil's appearance was earth-shattering. The entire valley was shrouded in demonic energy. The sky darkened as if night had fallen. A terrifying demonic aura erupted from the ancient devil's body. At this moment, Gu Fei struck out with his heaven-covering palm towards the demonic shadow. The huge chaos palm instantly shrouded the entire sky above the valley. Rumble! Endless chaotic force descended from the hand in the sky, shaking up the surrounding space. Several bone mountains in the valley immediately collapsed, sending bone dust into the air. Inside those bone mountains, there were actually several stone coffins. Obviously, there were also experts of the devil race sleeping in those ancient coffins. However, despite the violent impact, the stone coffins didn't move. There was no demonic energy lingering on them either. The martial ancestor's successor? The elder devil was startled. Then, he cast a spell. A mirror appeared above his head. It shined with an endless amount of light, and shined down on the chaos demon hand that was coming down from the sky. This was an extremely powerful demon weapon. The demon mirror above the ancient devil's head seemed to have turned into a demon Sunday. Ancient demonic runes crisscrossed on its surface. Rumble! The demonic light from the magic mirror shone on the huge hand of chaos descending from the sky. Two supreme powers clashed, the chaotic force and the demonic force surging violently. The space around the chaos hand and the demonic light created ripples that could be seen with the naked eye. This part of the world that was sealed by the power of the ancient Buddhist masters was extremely stable. Even an expert of Gu Fei's level would find it difficult to break it. This was the place where the ancient Buddhist masters suppressed the demons. If it was so easy to break the void of the world here, then wouldn't it be very easy for the living beings sealed here to escape? You're not injured at all. How is that possible? The ancient devil exclaimed in shock. He could sense that Gu Fei wasn't injured. How could a being that was sealed by the Buddhist sect be unharmed? Back when the ancient Buddha had sealed him here, he was on the verge of death. He cultivated for countless years but still couldn't recover to his peak. Are you surprised? Do you think the Buddhists can hurt me? Gu Fei used all his strength to activate the heaven-encompassing hand. The chaos hand in the sky was like a primordial chaos divine mountain, slowly descending. At this time, the demonic mirror above the elder devil's head began to vibrate. Countless primordial demonic runes emerged, intertwining to form a demonic diagram that released the most powerful demonic energy. However, even with the ancient devil's full power, the chaos hand in the sky was still slowly descending. The devilish light that seemed capable of melting everything in the world couldn't stop the chaos hand from descending. You! Ancient devil was shocked. He knew that even if he was at his peak, he would only be able to fight this human to a standstill. However, his injuries from back then hadn't healed yet. Even if he had a demon weapon, he wouldn't be a match for this human. Rumble! The chaos hand continued to descend, shaking the earth and sky. The Devil Valley was in chaos. Bone dust filled the air, but the stone coffins still didn't move. The ancient devil's underling was terrified. At this moment, he finally realized how strong and terrifying this human was. Even his master wasn't a match for this human. Gu Fei was extremely strong. The heaven-encompassing hand was extremely powerful, suppressing the ancient devil. The Devil Valley was collapsing, the earth was cracking. It was like the end of the world. A building that should have been buried underground was revealed. This is... Gu Fei's heart trembled. The reason why he wanted to attack this Devil Valley was because of this building. That was a sacrificial altar filled with devilish qi. From the soul memory of the Devil Dao creature he searched, he learned that the master of this Devil Valley was planning something earth-shattering. The ancient devil was too powerful, and he had lived for far too long. He had many unimaginable methods, and he wanted to escape from this place where the ancient Buddha had been suppressing the devil. So, the moment the ancient devil was sealed here, he had been planning how to escape. It had to be said that this ancient devil was truly amazing. He actually managed to come up with a way to escape from this world. But there was nothing there. The ancient devil had been preparing for countless years, and even now, the altar that was buried underground was only a rough outline. At this speed, the ancient devil didn't know when the altar would be finished. Stop! The ancient devil saw the altar reveal itself, and he was very nervous. He had spent a lot of effort to build this altar. If it was destroyed, all his efforts would be for nothing. The ancient devil was going all out. The demon mirror above his head began to shine brightly. Many of the most primitive symbols came out of the mirror and formed an ancient diagram. It went to destroy the chaotic hand that was coming down from the sky. The primordial demon diagram displayed a terrifying might and actually blocked the mighty martial arts power that came crashing down from the primal chaos hand. The primal chaos light was directly obliterated by the demon diagram. Are you going all out? Ha ha! Gu Fei laughed. He formed a seal with his hands and a cauldron appeared in the sky. It came crashing down. The cauldron had the power to suppress mountains and rivers. He was using the cauldron of mountain and river to attack. Although he wasn't actually using it, the power of the cauldron was still very strong. The moment the ancient cauldron conjured by Gu Fei pressed down, the chaotic hand disappeared into the void. Boom! There was a loud noise as the cauldron came down from the sky. It collided with the demonic diagram. The martial power and the demonic power exploded again. The vast power directly destroyed the entire Devil's Valley. Even the incomparably heavy stone coffins were swept away and disappeared without a trace. The altar underneath the Devil's Valley was shaking. It looked as if it could collapse at any moment. This made the ancient devil very nervous. He couldn't let the plan he had prepared for so many years be destroyed like this. At this moment, in the sky, the ancient cauldron that Gu Fei had conjured blocked the terrifying demonic diagram that had rushed out from the demonic mirror. The two forces were locked in a stalemate, and for a moment, either could suppress the other. It was clear who was stronger. Gu Fei hadn't used a Dao weapon, but the ancient devil was using a demonic weapon. The ancient devil was using a demonic weapon, but he could only fight Gu Fei to a standstill. If he didn't use a demonic weapon, he would have been defeated. Boom! Boom! The ancient cauldron that Gu Fei had conjured continued to press down from the sky. The vast and mighty spiritual energy fluctuations it emitted were so powerful that even the demonic pattern that had rushed out from the demonic mirror could not withstand the ancient cauldron. Stop! Stop! If you want to leave this damn place, you'd better stop! The ancient devil was panicking. If the cauldron continued to come down, the altar would be destroyed. If that happened, he would never be able to leave this place. He would be trapped here until he died. Humph! Gu Fei sneered. The cauldron that was emitting endless chaotic energy stopped. However, it still exploded with extremely strong chaotic energy. The ancient devil heaved a sigh of relief. If you and I join hands, we might be able to leave this damn place, the ancient devil said. I'll join hands with you. Hearing this, Gu Fei's eyes lit up. The reason why he attacked this devil valley was so that he could leave this devil suppression ground of the ancient Buddhist master. Joining hands with the ancient devil wasn't a bad thing. All right. Gu Fei thought about it and nodded. The ancient devil wasn't a match for him. The ancient devil wouldn't dare try anything funny in front of him. Very well, then let's stop together, the ancient devil said. Then, Gu Fei and the ancient devil withdrew their powers. The chaotic ancient cauldron dissipated into the void, and the demon diagram that was blocking the chaotic ancient cauldron also flew back into the demon mirror. Gu Fei descended from the sky. At this time, the elder devil waved his hand and the altar rose from the ground and floated in the air. It was only at this moment that Gu Fei realized that this was actually an altar made of demon bones. Every demon bone had demon runes vaguely appearing on it, and they contained a shocking demonic aura. Only beings above the saint rank could fuse with the Tao and imprint the Tao runes into their bones. Who knew how many demon bones had been used to build this altar? These were the remains of demons above the saint rank. One could only imagine how many demons had been killed by the ancient devil, and their bones had been used to build this altar. You're a cruel and merciless person. Gu Fei glanced at the ancient devil and said, Humph, this is nothing. I'm willing to use my own bones to build this altar so that I can leave this damned place. The ancient devil stared at Gu Fei. This altar can help us leave this place, Gu Fei said. He continued to look at the altar. The demonic runes on the altar were ancient. Could these be the legendary primordial demonic runes? Primordial demonic runes were the oldest kind of demonic runes. Only the oldest demons could master them. Could it be that this demon was one of the oldest demons in the world? Chapter 3066. The mysterious altar floated in the void. It was an altar made entirely out of demon bones. Every piece of demon bone had a faint demonic mark on it. The demonic patterns on the demon bones seemed to be formed naturally, and were imprinted on the inside of the demon bones. Every demon bone emitted an incomparably powerful demonic aura. This altar is a teleportation array? Gu Fei asked the ancient devil as he looked at the altar. Yes, it is a teleportation array. Ancient devil didn't hide anything, but the altar he was building was different. It was made of demon bones. Of course, the altar wasn't finished yet. It was only a rough outline of what it would look like. Some of the more important parts hadn't been completed yet. The ancient Buddha's demon suppression ground didn't have many useful things to use. The ancient devil wanted to kill the other demons, and use their bones to build an altar. However, the demons weren't vegetarians. There were even some demons whose cultivation and battle prowess surpassed the ancient devil. The demons that had been sealed here by the ancient Buddha were not ordinary. They were either the ancestors of the demons, or the ancient devil of the demons. However, one had to admit that this ancient devil was truly amazing. He had killed many leaders of the demonic path in order to build this altar. Your altar is only a half-finished product. Gu Fei quickly discovered the truth of the altar. The general shape of the altar was complete, but the most important parts were missing. Yes, but if you and I work together, we can quickly finish it and leave this place, the ancient devil said. What do you mean by that? Gu Fei said in a playful tone. Because I know where to build the altar. If you and I work together, we can get it, the ancient devil said confidently. Really? Tell me, Gu Fei said. There's an ancestral demon dragon residing in a demonic mountain 1,000 miles away from here. I need its dragon bones and that demonic dragon pearl, the ancient devil said. What? Gu Fei could not help but be moved when he heard this. There was actually an ancestral demon dragon trapped here. The ancestral demon dragon was definitely in existence, so powerful that even the sages were afraid of it. It was actually sealed in the ancient demon lord's demon suppression land. This ancient demon actually had his eyes on such an existence. Without help, I'm no match for that ancestral demon dragon, but if I join forces with you, we can kill it. The elder demon dragon was very powerful. Whether it was the dragon bone or the demon dragon orb, they were both necessary for the altar. If he could obtain them, he could build the altar in a short amount of time. The day the altar was completed was the day he would escape from this place. In truth, Ancient Devil wanted to leave even more than Gu Fei did. He knew that if he continued to waste time here, he would end up dead. No creature wanted to die. Ancient Devil didn't want to die. He did everything he could to build this altar. He wanted to escape with his life. Haha, good, then let's go hunt dragons. Gu Fei laughed heartily. At this time, the Ancient Devil was very excited. If he could successfully kill the ancestral demon dragon and obtain the dragon bones and the demon dragon pearl, it would be a great thing for him. He had been eyeing the ancestral demon dragon for a long time now. But the ancestral demon dragon's power and strength were above Ancient Devil's. Even if Ancient Devil wanted to kill it, he couldn't find a way to do so. But this time, it was different. The strength of this human was undeniable. The Ancient Devil knew that this human could compete with the ancestral demon dragon. In fact, Ancient Devil wanted to see Gu Fei and the ancestral demon dragon fight. It would be best if both of them were injured. Then, he could reap the rewards. Ancient Devil quickly led the way, and the two of them moved quickly across the dark ground. They were like two bolts of black lightning that flew across the land. In the blink of an eye, they had left Ancient Devil's subordinate behind. Very soon, Gu Fei noticed that a large mountain had appeared in front of him. It was a large mountain shrouded in demonic aura, and a terrifying demonic aura was spreading from it. Swoosh! At this moment, two spots of red light appeared on the Devil Mountain in front of them. That is... When Gu Fei saw this, he couldn't help but be startled. The two blood-colored lights on the mountain ahead were actually two huge blood-colored eyes. After that, he saw the ancestral demon dragon. A skinny dragon was coiled around the peak of the mountain. Its head was as big as a hill, and its body was coiled around the mountain. It was hard to imagine that the ancestral demon dragon was a giant dragon. Gu Fei and Ancient Devil didn't slow down. They continued on their way to the mountain. Soon, they arrived at the foot of the mountain. Swoosh! Just as Gu Fei and the rest arrived at the foot of the mountain, several streaks of black light shot up from the ground and pierced through them. This all happened so suddenly that even Gu Fei was shocked. Then, a layer of chaotic light emerged from his body. Two black shadows slammed into his chaotic light and bounced off. They fell to the ground. Gu Fei was taken aback when he took a closer look. It turned out that the black shadows that were shooting towards them from the ground were actually black snakes with sinister heads. The black snakes immediately leapt up from the ground and charged towards Gu Fei and the rest. Swoosh! There was a flash of light. The black snakes that had come for Gu Fei were cut in half. They fell to the ground and struggled for a long time before dying. Roar! At this time, an earth-shattering roar came from the peak of the mountain. The giant ancestral demon dragon was furious. It opened its mouth and spat out a jet of black demonic fire. The demonic fire swept down the mountain. Everywhere it passed, even the void was burned. Visible ripples appeared. Of course, this was a demon-suppressing land created by the ancient Buddhist lord. The void was extremely stable. It had been refined by the ancient Buddhist lord. No one could break the void here. At this moment, the pitch-black demonic fire had already burned down from the mountain. A layer of chaotic divine light immediately appeared on Gu Fei's body, blocking the demonic fire that was sweeping towards him. The ancient devil, on the other hand, soared into the sky and dodged the endless black flames that swept down from the sky. You again! A wave of will spread from the peak of the mountain. Then, the ancestral demon dragon stretched out a bony dragon claw towards the ancient devil. Hum! At the same time, a magic mirror rushed out of the ancient devil's body. It shone with a dazzling demonic light and shone towards the dragon claw. However, the ancestral demon dragon was extremely strong. It used its dragon claw to resist the power of the magic mirror. Powerful waves of energy erupted from the dragon claw. At this time, Gu Fei walked up the mountain step by step. He seemed slow, but in reality, he was extremely fast. The ancestral demon dragon had noticed Gu Fei long ago. It was curious to see a human here. How was this possible? Did this human come from the outside world? At the thought of this, the ancestral demon dragon's eyes lit up, and the blood-colored demonic radiance in its eyes became even more intense. Swoosh! At this time, a cold light suddenly rushed out from Gu Fei's hand. It turned into a peerless sword light and slashed at the ancestral demon dragon. However, the ancestral demon dragon stretched out its other claw and grabbed at Gu Fei's sword light. The sword light shattered under the dragon's claw. Although the ancestral demon dragon looked like a bag of bones, its combat power was still extremely strong. It could not be underestimated. Gu Fei and the ancient devil worked together to fight the dragon on the mountain. Terrifying waves of energy spread in all directions. Boom! Gu Fei punched out, but he wasn't aiming at the ancestral devil dragon. Instead, his punch landed on the mountain. In the next instant, the mountain crumbled, and dust rose high into the sky. It was as if doomsday had arrived. Roar! The dragon roared. The ancestral demon dragon could no longer sit still. It rushed up to the sky and fought fiercely with Gu Fei and the ancient devil. Hum! The demonic mirror burst with a powerful demonic light. Even the ancestral demon dragon's body emitted black smoke when it was illuminated by the demonic light. Gu Fei, on the other hand, was incomparably powerful. His fist momentum was unstoppable. As he punched out, the entire void trembled. The chaotic divine light that erupted from his fist was extremely bright. Boom! Bang! Gu Fei's fist kept colliding with the dragon's claw. The dragon was forced to retreat. The power of the Fist of Chaos was so strong that the ancestral demon dragon's heart trembled. The martial ancestor's heir! The ancestral demon dragon was shocked. The human's combat skill was a martial combat skill. I'm done playing with you! Gu Fei shouted and used the secret skill of ascension. His body swayed and became as huge as a mountain. He grabbed the ancestral demon dragon with one hand and pulled his hands apart. Crack! The ancestral demon dragon's body was torn in half. What? Seeing this, the elder devil was indescribably shocked. Gu Fei's battle prowess was too frightening. He had actually torn the ancestral demon dragon's body in half. It should be known that this was no ordinary demon dragon. It was an ancestral demon dragon. Roar! The ancestral demon dragon roared, but it was to no avail. A beam of sword light shot out from between Gu Fei's eyebrows and directly destroyed the ancestral demon dragon's Yuan-Shin. This was one of the 9 secrets of the Immortal Path. It was a killing technique of the Yuan-Shin path. This killing technique specialized in destroying Yuan-Shin. The ancestral demon dragon died instantly. In fact, what the ancient demon sparrow didn't know was that the extremely overbearing aura on Gu Fei's body had disappeared. It was the result of him using the Heaven Ascension secret technique. Gu Fei's Heaven Ascension secret technique had a time limit. It couldn't be maintained in that state forever. The Heaven Ascension secret technique was heaven-defying enough, but it couldn't allow the person using it to maintain a near-invincible state forever. All right. The ancient demon sparrow nodded. Then, he rushed down from the sky and put away the huge dragon body that was torn in half by Gu Fei. Then, the ancient demon sparrow waved his hand and the dragon pearl flew toward him. He put it away. Although the ancient Buddha Lord had destroyed his inner world, the ancient demon sparrow had opened up another one. Of course, the new inner world wasn't big, but it was enough to contain the ancestral demon dragon. In fact, Gu Fei was also lucky in this battle because the ancestral demon dragon was sealed in this demon suppression place by the ancient Buddha Lord. If the ancestral demon dragon recovered to its peak state, even Gu Fei wouldn't be able to defeat it easily. Soon, Gu Fei and the ancient demon sparrow returned to the collapsed demon valley. Then, the ancient demon sparrow and his subordinate got busy. The ancient demon sparrow spent a lot of effort to dismantle the ancestral demon dragon's dragon bones, and use them to build the altar. The dragon bones of the ancestral demon dragon were very big, especially the dragon head. The demon dragon pearl was sealed in the formation eye by the ancient demon sparrow. Gu Fei just watched from the side. He wasn't afraid that the ancient demon sparrow would do anything under his nose. After all, he had an extreme Tao Saint tool. The construction of the altar was very tedious. After watching for a few hours, Gu Fei directly left. He walked on this piece of land. In this world that lacked vitality, there was demonic energy lingering around. In the past, the ancient Buddha Lord was extremely powerful. Who knows how many demonic giants were sealed in this part of the world by him? When Gu Fei passed by a valley, he saw a skeleton that was even bigger than a mountain at the entrance of the valley. It was a pitch-black skeleton. Only the bones of demons were black. The demonic nature of the bones had almost completely disappeared, so they were useless. Even the ancient demon sparrow didn't care about these demon bones. Gu Fei continued to walk around in this world. He discovered several places where powerful demonic auras were seeping out. There was no need to ask, those places were definitely occupied by powerful demonic giants. However, what he saw the most were demon bones. In some places, there were even piles of demon bones. One could imagine how many strong demons had fallen here in the past. Even at this time, there were still many demonic giants that didn't die. Just like the ancient demon sparrow, they struggled to survive in this world that lacked vitality. Of course, these demons that could survive until now were the strongest. Some of them even the ancient demon sparrow didn't dare to provoke. Among these ancient demons, there were existences that were much stronger than the ancestral demon dragon. Among the demons, the innate demon ancestor was also sealed in this part of the world. The innate demon ancestor was the most ancient demon ancestor born from the chaos. It was synonymous with strength. When Gu Fei arrived at an abyss, he was instantly shrouded by a wave of divine sense. An incomparably strong demonic energy rushed out from the abyss. Descendant of the martial ancestor, come and die. These words rang in Gu Fei's mind. His tone was filled with palpitating killing intent. Then, a clang sound came from the abyss. It seemed like something was being chained down, and was struggling to get out. This, Gu Fei, who was standing beside the abyss, was extremely shocked. It must be pointed out that the spirit of the demonic creature imprisoned at the bottom of the abyss could actually probe out of the abyss, and was not suppressed by this world. Moreover, the demon in the abyss could recognize that he was the descendant of the martial ancestor, and wanted to kill him. Gu Fei knew that the demon imprisoned at the bottom of the abyss definitely had a grudge against the martial ancestor, and was sealed by the ancient Buddhist Lord in this abyss. Little guy, come down and die! The sound of iron chains colliding was heard again. The demon in the abyss was unable to get out. It was unknown how long this demon had been imprisoned here. Ha ha! Gu Fei laughed when he heard this. What are you laughing at? The demon in the abyss was enraged. Don't you know what I'm laughing at? You want yours truly to go down and be killed by you? Are you stupid or am I stupid? Gu-Fei said in disdain. Come up and fight me if you've got the guts. Yours truly is waiting for you right here. Gu-Fei continued. Little guy, you're so brazen. The demon in the abyss snarled. All right, you can just slowly endure down there. Yours truly won't be accompanying you anymore. Gu-Fei said and turned around to leave. He had no time for this guy. Little guy, come back. I promise that I won't whack you to death. The demon in the abyss cried out. How many years had it been since it had seen a living being? Now that it had finally met a human, it naturally wanted to keep this human here. Gu-Fei did not bother with the guy in the abyss any longer as he left. At the bottom of the abyss, an extremely powerful demonic aura surged out. The entire abyss was trembling as though it could collapse at any moment. Roar! The demon in the abyss roared out. By now, Gu-Fei had already walked far away. However, when he heard that roar, he could not help but feel his heart skip a beat. One had to know that this demon that was trapped at the bottom of the abyss was no small fry. If such a demon were to be allowed to come out into the world, the consequences would be unimaginable. Gu-Fei continued walking on this piece of land. However, he could not discover anything. This world was huge. However, it was a cage of the heaven and earth. That's... Just as Gu-Fei arrived at the bottom of a stone mountain, he discovered that there was a temple that was constructed out of stone. This was something that had him stumped. The stone mountain wasn't too tall. Lin Fan walked up it directly. When he arrived before the ancient temple, he could sense a weak demonic aura. This? Instantly, Gu-Fei raised his guard. One must know that any living being that could be trapped in this cage of the heaven and earth was definitely not someone to be trifled with. He looked into the stone temple. To think that there would be a yellow praying mat within. That demonic aura was emanating from that yellow praying mat. Just as Gu-Fei was in a state of shock, a demonic aura appeared behind him all of a sudden. Xing! Gu-Fei spun around furiously. However, he did not know when, but he saw a skinny old monk standing quietly not too far behind him. Within the eyes of this old monk, there were streaks of blood light that shone faintly. To think that his body would be shrouded with a strange demonic aura. A monk that has entered the demonic path. Gu-Fei could not help but be shocked. This was a Buddha demon. An extremely powerful Buddha demon. Just who in the world was this Buddha demon that was sealed here by the Buddha Lord? He was extremely shocked. Chapter 3068. The sudden appearance of a Buddha demon shocked Gu-Fei. One should know that it was rare for an arhat to turn into a demon. After all, Buddhas and demons were mortal enemies. Gu-Fei did not know the reason why the arhat turned into a demon, but he knew that the Buddha demon was extremely powerful. At this moment, the Buddha demon opposite Gu-Fei was staring at him. There was a demonic light shining in his blood-red eyes. It was a demonic aura that wasn't strong, but it made one's heart palpitate. Arhat turned into a demon? Gu-Fei probed. Arhat. The Buddha demon's blood-red eyes narrowed, as though he was displeased to hear this form of address. Not Arhat. Gu-Fei couldn't help but be shocked. If it wasn't Arhat, then what was it? Could it be the ancient Buddha? That didn't seem possible. However, the Buddhist demon's words left him in utter shock. Buddha is me, and I am Buddha. The Buddha demon said calmly. What did you say? Gu-Fei was shocked. He knew what the words meant. This wasn't a state where Buddha and I were coexisting, but he was Buddha. In other words, he was the ancient Buddha. I am Buddha, the skinny old monk said. If you are Buddha, then what is the ancient Buddha? Gu-Fei said coldly. The words of the old Buddha demon were too shocking. That fella severed his demonic nature, leaving only his Buddha nature. The words of the old Buddha demon shocked him to death. You! Gu-Fei's voice trembled a little. This old monk actually had the demonic side of the ancient Buddha Lord. This was simply equivalent to the ancient Buddha Lord. The Buddhist Lord's strength was undeniable. He created the Buddhist path's cultivation technique all by himself and became the extreme Tao Buddhist Lord because of it. The ancient Buddha was one of the strongest existences in history. This old monk was actually the demonic side of the ancient Buddha Lord. This shocked Gu Fei to the extreme. This Buddha devil was definitely powerful to an unimaginable degree. To think that even the successor of the martial ancestor would be sealed in here. How is this possible? That Buddha devil immediately saw through Gu Fei's background. He was extremely shocked. One must know that he was the devil side of the ancient Buddha Lord. From a certain perspective, he was the ancient Buddha Lord. The old monk knew that the Buddhist Lord wouldn't attack the successor of the martial progenitor. I wasn't sealed here by the eternal Buddha Lord. Gu Fei sighed. He was tricked by that little monk Fan Xiu, which was why he was sealed in the devil's suppression grounds of the ancient Buddhist Lord. However, what Gu Fei didn't expect was that the Buddhist Lord had also sealed his demonic side here. I see, the Buddha devil said. Senior, if there's nothing else, I'll take my leave. Gu Fei cupped his fists at the Buddha devil and was about to leave. However, right at this moment, a chilling aura instantly enveloped Gu Fei, causing him to be taken aback. To think that this Buddha demon had locked onto him. Senior, what are you? Even though Gu Fei was shocked, he remained calm on the surface and didn't show anything. It's been a long time since I've spoken to anyone. Stay and accompany me. The Buddha devil looked at Gu Fei calmly and said. What? Gu Fei couldn't help but change his expression. What? You're not willing? Two beams of blood-red light shot out from the Buddha demon's eyes, and a powerful demonic aura immediately erupted from his body. Do you think I'm willing? Gu Fei stared at the Buddha devil and said coldly. It seems like you have no choice but to agree. The Buddha devil still had a calm expression. Say it if you want to fight. Do you think I'm afraid of you? Gu Fei had completely fallen out with the Buddha devil. He was actually not afraid of this Buddha devil. One must know that he was currently a quasi-supreme. Since that's the case, I'll capture you and refine you into a demon pet, the Buddha devil said. Ha ha! Gu Fei laughed out loud. If this fellow was the real Buddhist Lord, he might have some reservations. However, this fellow was merely the demonic side of the Buddhist Lord. Even if this fellow was the demonic side that the Buddhist Lord had severed, he was definitely not an existence of the extreme Tao. What are you laughing at? The Buddha devil said as his eyes shot out rays of blood-colored radiance. I'm laughing at your idiot, Gu Fei said as he threw a punch at the Buddha devil. An extremely powerful chaotic fist force immediately erupted from his fist. However, the Buddhist demon's hands danced in front of him, and a black swastika appeared in front of him. As the swastika rotated, a powerful devouring force immediately surged out from the swastika and sucked in Gu Fei's fist. This Buddha devil was actually devouring Gu Fei's essence. My essence isn't that easy to devour, Gu Fei suddenly sneered. Then, he shook his arm and an even more powerful force erupted from his fist. The black, 10,000, Buddhist seal immediately crumbled. Bang! Gu Fei's fist landed squarely on the Buddha devil's chest. The Buddha devil was sent flying and fell down the mountain. Seeing this, Gu Fei was dumbfounded. He couldn't believe that the demonic side of the ancient Buddha Lord was so weak. However, at the next moment, a demonic figure rushed up from the foot of the mountain. The Buddha devil didn't seem to be affected at all and attacked Gu Fei again. He stretched out his hand and a pitch-black hand immediately appeared in the void, grabbing at Gu Fei. Streams of demonic chi fell from the hand, dancing like demonic dragons. Humph! Gu Fei directly slapped his palm upwards and unleashed the heaven-covering palm. A huge chaotic palm rose into the sky and collided with the Buddha demon's demonic hand. Rumble! Two incomparably powerful forces collided with each other. It was terrifying to the extreme. Ripples that could be seen with the naked eye appeared in the entire void. The ripples spread out in all directions like waves of water. Gu Fei's chaotic hand and the Buddha devil's demonic hand dissipated in the void at the same time. The two figures moved rapidly in the void, breaking through the suppression of the heaven and earth, and could fight in the void for a short period of time. Powerful waves spread out in all directions, alarming many demonic beings. Some demonic beings were inexplicably shocked. There was actually someone who dared to provoke the Buddha devil in the stone temple. Wasn't that person tired of living? Many demonic beings knew about the origin of the Buddha devil and were very wary of it. No demonic beings would be so blind as to provoke the Buddha devil. Chapter 3069. You want to devour my essence? Watch as I dissolve your demonic essence. With a roar, Gu Fei immediately used one of the 9 secrets of immortal Tao, the secret art of none. The power of the secret art of none emanated from Gu Fei's body. In that instant, the Buddhist demon sensed that he could no longer devour Gu Fei's essence. What? The Buddhist demon was utterly shocked. How did the successor of the martial ancestor grasp a secret art of immortal Tao? He recognized the secret art Gu Fei was using at a glance. Only a secret art created by a sovereign like the 9 secrets of immortal Tao could possess such power. At this moment, the power of the secret word, Wu, erupted from Gu Fei's body and instantly enveloped the ancient Buddhist devil. The devil chi on the ancient Buddha demon was quickly dispelled by the power of the secret word, Wu, and disappeared in the void. This time, the tables had turned. The essence of the ancient Buddha demon began to dissipate quickly. Seal. The ancient Buddhist demon directly performed a hand seal, and a huge black, wan Buddhist seal immediately appeared above his head. Demonic chi fell from the wan Buddha seal, enveloping the ancient Buddhist demon. However, he soon discovered that the demonic chi in his body was still flowing away. However, the speed at which the demonic chi was flowing away was much slower. What? The Buddhist demon was shocked. The successor of the martial ancestor was truly powerful. Whoosh! At this moment, black Buddhist runes appeared on the body of the ancient Buddhist demon. The void trembled, and in the next moment, the demon disappeared into the void. This? Gu Fei was taken aback. An extremely powerful divine thought immediately rushed out from between his eyebrows and instantly enveloped the surrounding area. However, a huge opening appeared behind Gu Fei. A figure walked out of the void and slammed a palm onto Gu Fei's back. The palm was so fast that not even someone of Gu Fei's cultivation could evade it. Bang! With a muffled sound, Gu Fei's entire body immediately flew forward and landed on the ground. He staggered and almost fell to the ground. However, very quickly, Gu Fei returned to his peak condition. His blood and essence chi were exuberant, and it was difficult for his essence chi to leak out. Kill! The ancient Buddhist demon roared and attacked again. A sword light descended from the sky and directly pierced the top of Gu Fei's head. As long as this dazzling and sharp sword light pierced his head, even Gu Fei would die. There were no exceptions. Shua! At this moment, Gu Fei directly opened up his inner world. A powerful aura of the world immediately spread out from his body and enveloped the void within a radius of 100 feet. When the extremely sharp sword light pierced into Gu Fei's inner world, it suddenly fell from the sky as if it had lost its spirituality. Inner world. Seeing this, the ancient Buddhist demon could not help but be surprised. This successor of the martial ancestor was incredible. He had actually opened up his own inner world. Of course, with Gu Fei's current cultivation and realm, opening up his own inner world did not seem to be a difficult task. Come in. Gu Fei took a step forward and rushed towards the ancient Buddhist demon. The suppression of this inner world was very strong. Although Gu Fei had activated the power of his inner world, the area that the power could cover was very small, barely around 100 feet. Shua! The ancient Buddhist demon immediately retreated. He knew very well how terrifying Gu Fei's inner world was. If he was sucked in by this inner world, he would end up in a miserable state. Where do you think you're going? Naturally, Gu Fei would not let the ancient Buddhist demon go so easily. He chased after it. The ancient Buddhist demon kept retreating. At the sight of this, the eyes of the powerful figures of the demonic sects who were watching from afar nearly popped out of their sockets. That was the ancient Buddhist demon! The demonic side of the ancient Buddhist lord. He was definitely one of the strongest existences in the demon suppression grounds of the ancient Buddhist lord. But now, this ancient Buddhist demon was being chased by a human? How could this be possible? Am I seeing things? One of the powerful figures of the demonic sects muttered to himself. This great demon was still in shock, unable to believe that this was all real. The speed of these two powerful beings was extremely fast. They were like two black shadows darting across the endless land, disappearing into the horizon in the blink of an eye. Many of the powerful figures of the demonic sects chased after them. One had to know that be it Gu Fei or the ancient Buddhist demon, both of them were existences that kept a low profile. But of course, sometimes those who kept a low profile would still be the center of attention. You can't escape, Gu Fei remarked from behind. He could not help but be impressed by this ancient Buddhist demon. His speed was extremely fast. Every single step he took, a golden Buddhist light would appear beneath his feet. This sort of speed was comparable to Gu Fei's 8 desolation steps. Who said that I'm running? As the ancient Buddhist demon spoke, his footsteps weren't slow at all. Very quickly, they arrived at a strange place. It was a stretch of ruins. However, the moment Gu Fei entered the ruins, the immense pressure that was shrouding his body disappeared. This is... Gu Fei was taken aback. He had not expected that there would be a place like this within the demon suppression grounds of the ancient Buddhist lord. The power that could suppress everything within the demon suppression grounds of the ancient Buddhist lord had disappeared in this stretch of ruins. Boom! Before Gu Fei could react to it, a gigantic palm slapped out at Gu Fei. The power of a quasi-supreme being was exploding. Roar! Gu Fei let out a furious roar. His long hair danced in the wind as he threw out a punch as well. The two fists collided and a muffled sound was heard. The two figures separated at the same time, but in the next moment, they clashed once again. In this stretch of ruins, the ancient Buddhist demon displayed its ultimate strength. Even Gu Fei's internal world could not contain it. It was extremely ferocious. Rumble! The void was shaking, but there were no cracks in space. If they were to fight in the outside world, the heaven realm and the human realm would definitely be alarmed. Terrifying destruction would occur and countless living beings would suffer. However, there was no need to worry about anything in this battle. All they had to do was to attack without any reservations. Kill! Gu Fei was enraged. This ancient Buddhist demon was too much. To think that he wanted to turn me into a demon pet. How preposterous. If I don't show off, you'll think that I'm a sick cat. 9 sword lights rushed out from Gu Fei's body and pierced through the ancient Buddhist demon. Every single sword light was sharp to the extreme. If they were in the outside world, these 9 sword lights would definitely be able to pierce through the void and destroy everything. However, it was impossible in this place because the sealing force was too strong. Unless Gu Fei's cultivation base was strong enough to go against the ancient Buddhist lord, otherwise, it would be impossible for him to break through this place that was personally refined by the ancient Buddhist lord. Kill! The ancient Buddhist demon's eyes were bloodshot, as though he had fallen into a state of madness. His blood-red eyes were filled with incomparable madness. A Buddha's shadow rushed out from the body of the ancient Buddha devil. The Buddha's shadow opened its mouth and swallowed the 9 sword lights in one gulp. However, in the next moment, an extremely sharp sword chi erupted, and the demonic figure that had surged out from the Buddha's body actually dissipated. However, the 9 sword lights that Gu Fei struck out shattered in the void as well. I, the lone demon! The ancient Buddhist demon roared and unleashed his strongest move. Terrifying demonic light rushed out from his body. The demonic light condensed and turned into an even more powerful and terrifying demon shadow. The demon shadow opened its mouth and inhaled. Gu Fei immediately felt his body tighten. His body involuntarily flew toward the demonic silhouette. He was about to be swallowed by the demonic silhouette. Haha, for you, the lone demon, aren't you afraid that the wind will cut your tongue? Gu Fei said with a laugh. Then, his body trembled and an extremely powerful force erupted from his body. The power of the world surged out. Not only did it disperse the devouring force that was shrouding him, It even enveloped the opponent within his own power of the world. Bzzz. The void trembled. The ancient Buddhist demon was immediately impacted and was sent flying. However, the ancient Buddhist demon was one of the strongest demons in the demon suppression grounds. It was impossible for him to be defeated by Gu Fei just like that. He rushed back from afar. Rumble! The void trembled once more. Above the terrifying Buddhist demon's shadow, a mighty demonic might shook the heavens and the earth. The entire world seemed as though it was about to fall down from the sky. The ancient Buddhist demon was enraged. The sky changed color, and the sun and moon dimmed. A gigantic demonic hand stretched down from the sky and grabbed at Gu Fei. The demonic hand enveloped the void and sealed the void in this part of the world. In the ruins, Gu Fei and the ancient Buddhist demon's cultivation base and combat strength had recovered. When they attacked with full force, they could shake the void in this part of the world. However, they could not destroy the void here. If they could destroy the void here, the ancient Buddhist demon would have escaped long ago, and would have been trapped here for countless years. Heaven-covering palm. Without any hesitation, Gu Fei struck out with the heaven-covering palm. A supreme power burst forth as the chaotic palm slammed upwards. Everywhere it passed, it destroyed everything in its path. The ancient Buddhist demon's demonic hand that was grabbing down from the sky was actually destroyed. The ancient Buddhist demon was forced back once again. He was inexplicably shocked. This successor of the martial ancestor was too monstrous. How old was he? How could he fight against me? Swish. Chapter 3070. There was no doubt about the strength of the eternal Buddha devil. One should know that this devil bear was the demonic side of the eternal Buddha Lord. He was definitely the strongest Buddha devil among all the Buddha devils. However, when this supreme Buddha devil encountered Gu Fei, he was actually suppressed by Gu Fei, the successor of the martial ancestor, and was constantly forced to retreat. This was something that had never happened before, at least not in the current era. Throughout the ages, only the eternal Buddha Lord was able to suppress him. The combat strength displayed by Gu Fei was truly powerful, far exceeding the expectations of the eternal Buddha devil. He forced the eternal Buddha devil to use his ultimate technique to fight against Gu Fei, the successor of the martial ancestor. At this time, two figures were moving quickly in the ruins. In these ruins, the supreme suppressive force from the eternal Buddha Lord's demon suppression ground had disappeared. Here, Gu Fei and the eternal Buddha devil could attack to their heart's content without any scruples. The ancient Buddha fiend god executed a great art of the devil Tao, conjuring a huge net. This huge net enveloped the entire void of heaven and earth, descending towards Gu Fei below. Humph! Gu Fei sneered. Then, a strand of chilly sword chi surged out of his body. A dazzling ray of light shot into the sky and directly tore open a huge hole in the weave that was descending. Swish! Gu Fei soared into the sky and directly rushed out from the hole in the demonic net. Devil prison! The eternal Buddha devil roared in anger and immediately changed his technique. The demonic net dissipated in the sky and a terrifying demonic energy erupted. Gu Fei only felt his body tensing up. Following that, he felt dizzy. In the next moment, he found himself in a pitch-black void. This is... Gu Fei was shocked. The eternal Buddha devil's technique was too strange. Could this be an inner world that he created? But it didn't seem like it. Just as Gu Fei was shocked, a terrifying demonic aura erupted. Endless demonic energy rushed towards Gu Fei from all directions. Buzz! A rumbling sound came from Gu Fei's body. Then, a mass of chaotic divine light immediately emerged from his body and blocked the mighty demonic power. Rumble! The entire void was shaking. The mass of primal chaos divine light that emerged from Gu Fei's body was also shaking. Primal chaos Tao patterns appeared on the primal chaos divine light. Primal chaos Tao patterns intertwined as martial Tao energy burst forth. Amidst the primal chaos divine light, Gu Fei's eyes were as resplendent as cold stars. He was circulating his martial Tao heavenly eye to scan the surroundings. However, he couldn't find the silhouette of the ancient Buddha, as if that fellow had already disappeared. Preposterous! Gu Fei's brows raised up while his gaze was extremely fierce. Could it be that the Buddha devil of the ages has really sent me into a devilish prison? Then let me break this infernal prison! Gu Fei was still as domineering as ever. A wave of supreme power erupted from his body. Open for me! Gu Fei roared. An extremely sharp chaotic sword light rushed out from his right hand. The chaotic sword light instantly soared and broke a huge hole in the pitch-black void. The aura of the outside world immediately rushed into the hole. Gu Fei didn't think too much. He directly rushed out from the crack in the void that was broken by his chaotic sword light. However, the moment he rushed out, a demonic seal that emitted boundless demonic light smashed towards him. On the demonic seal, countless demonic patterns emerged and intertwined, emitting a supreme power. Gu Fei was taken aback. He didn't even think before he attacked. Boom! With a loud bang, Gu Fei directly punched the demonic seal. The extremely ferocious power directly knocked the demonic seal away. However, he was also knocked back by the demonic power that erupted from the demonic seal. He directly flew into the pitch-black infernal prison. Damn it! Gu Fei roared. He was so close to rushing out from the pitch-black space. However, he was hit head-on, and was directly knocked back into the pitch-black space. Humph, don't even think about it! A loud roar was heard. Then black swastikas came from afar and sealed the crack that appeared in the void. Rumble! The void trembled and the crack quickly disappeared. Bang! Muffled sounds of impact rang out as the void trembled. The Buddhist seals that were sealing the crack in space radiated boundless Buddhist light. Every Buddhist seal was trembling as though they would be blown away at any time. What a great successor of the martial ancestor! A skinny old monk stood in front of the crack. The old monk held a huge seal surrounded by demonic chi in his right hand. This old monk was the ancient Buddha demon. At this time, the ancient Buddha demon was looking at the crack that was sealed by the Buddhist seal with a solemn expression. However, he knew that the other party would not give up so easily. He would definitely find a way to escape from the infernal prison. He knew that he might not be able to trap the successor of the martial ancestor for long. Could it be that Guy's prophecy is really coming true? Martial arts will prevail. The ancient Buddha devil muttered to himself. When someone he had never looked down on in his life said such words, he snorted disdainfully. But now, it seemed that the martial ancestor actually had such a successor. It seemed that the martial path would flourish. Boom! The space in front of him that had been sealed was shaking. The person inside was still attacking the seal, and the powerful martial arts force directly shook the seal. A series of pitch-black spatial cracks appeared in the void. Even the void that had been sealed by the great demonic power of the ancient Buddha and demon was shaken by the power of the martial way, causing cracks to appear in the void. The ancient Buddha demon was shocked. He quickly used the demonic seal in his hand. The demonic seal rushed out from his right hand and instantly became as huge as a mountain. It directly suppressed the void in front of him. The demonic power that erupted from the demonic seal was so powerful that it managed to seal the void, which had been cracked open by the demonic seal. No matter how heaven-defying your martial arts are, you won't be able to break out. The ancient Buddha demon's face was still extremely calm. There was even a hint of benevolence. If it was not for the demonic aura enveloping his body, no one would know that he was a demon, and a different kind of demon at that. However, just when the ancient Buddha demon thought that he could seal the other party in the infernal prison for a period of time, the void that was sealed by the demonic seal suddenly exploded. Boom! Amidst an earth-shattering rumble, the ancient Buddha devil's devil seal shattered, and the void exploded. Then, a figure rushed out from the shattered void. What? The ancient Buddhist demon was utterly shocked at the sight of this. He had never thought that the other party would be able to break out of his demonic prison and escape alive. How is this possible? The ancient Buddha demon was in disbelief. Although he knew that his infernal prison wouldn't be able to trap the successor of the martial ancestor for long, he never thought that the successor of the martial ancestor would be able to escape so quickly. not to mention that he even destroyed one of his demonic weapons. Buzz! With a loud buzz, the ancient Buddha demon saw a huge cauldron smashing towards him. A surge of primordial chaos energy burst out from the cauldron. Mountain and river cauldron! The ancient Buddha demon's expression changed when he saw the cauldron. He immediately turned around and fled. However, at this moment, an unimaginably powerful force instantly spread out from the cauldron. The ancient Buddha demon felt his body tighten as he was imprisoned in the void by that force. He couldn't even move a finger. The ancient Buddhist devil's shock was truly not to be underestimated. At this moment, Gu Fei had already arrived in front of him. The ancient cauldron collided with him, causing the void to distort as if it was about to collapse. Damn it! The ancient Buddha demon panicked. He hurriedly circulated the demonic energy in his body, trying to break free from this suppressive force. However, the strength of this suppressive force was beyond his imagination. You want to refine me into a demonic pet? You're not qualified. Gu Fei charged over with a cold and cruel smile on his face. He came before the ancient Buddha demon and reached out with his right hand, grabbing the head of the ancient Buddha demon. Humph, you can't kill me, the ancient Buddha demon said calmly. Is that so? Without hesitation, Gu Fei exerted force with his right hand. With a bang, the ancient Buddha demon's head turned into a bloody mist that dissipated into the void. What? Gu Fei was taken aback. To think that he could not find the primordial spirit of the ancient Buddha demon. This was impossible. With the power of the cauldron of mountain and river sealing the void, there was no way the primordial spirit of the ancient Buddha demon could escape. Could it be? Gu Fei thought of a possibility. Perhaps the primordial spirit of this guy could roam around his body, and not just stay in his head. In the next moment, Gu Fei struck and destroyed the physical body of the ancient Buddha demon. However, he could not find the primordial spirit of the ancient Buddha demon. How is this possible? Gu Fei was a little dumbfounded. To think that the ancient Buddha demon did not have an primordial spirit. Could it be? Gu Fei recalled the words of the ancient Buddha demon. Could this guy really be immortal? If so, what did I just kill? Just as Gu Fei was in a state of bewilderment, a figure appeared on an old praying mat in an ancient temple somewhere in the valley where the ancient Buddha demon was suppressed. It was an old monk that was as skinny as a match. This old monk was the ancient Buddha demon. I've already said that you can't kill me. Chapter 3071. It seemed like the eternal Buddha really couldn't be killed. His real body actually appeared in another ancient temple. The only way to kill me is if the eternal Buddha Lord is dead. The eternal Buddha Lord muttered to himself. Then, his figure once again dissipated in the void, leaving only a trace of demonic essence lingering in the void. At this time, Gu Fei was standing in the ruins, or rather, in the ruins. He was carefully sensing the pulse of this world. Did a battle of extreme Taoists take place here? Gu Fei was a little surprised. One must know that this place wasn't affected by the eternal Buddha Lord's sealing power. This meant that there was another power here that could contend against the eternal Buddha Lord's power. If he could borrow the power here to leave the eternal Buddha Lord's place of suppression, it would be much easier. Gu Fei didn't want to go to the demon world. The altar built by the ancient demon Sparrow was the only way to enter the primal chaos demon world. If there was another way to leave this place, he wouldn't have to go to the primal chaos demon world. The primal chaos demon world was a legendary world of demons. Some said that it was the origin of all demons, the birthplace of all demons. It had the strongest demonic essence in the 3 realms and 6 paths. Some also said that an unimaginably powerful ancestral demon was sleeping there. Once the ancestral demon was born, the entire 3 realms and 6 paths would immediately fall into chaos. Since ancient times, many experts had predicted that demons were the culprits that brought the 3 realms and 6 paths into darkness. The world would collapse and countless living beings would suffer a calamity. Gu Fei sat cross-legged and silently sensed. Soon, he vaguely sensed 2 extreme Taoists intertwining in the ruins. What shocked him was that these 2 extreme Taoists weren't Buddhist powers. In other words, these two extreme Taoists didn't belong to the eternal Buddha Lord, but the other two supremes. In the past, a great battle of extreme Taoists took place here, but it wasn't between the eternal Buddha Lord and another extreme Taoist supreme, but another extreme Taoist supreme. This result surprised Gu Fei. Although he was curious about what happened here back then, the aura of the extreme Taoists had become very weak after so many years. One had to use one's heart to sense it. Very quickly, the silhouettes of two supreme beings appeared in Gu Fei's mind. Although the two silhouettes were very blurry, they both emitted a terrifying aura that could crush the world. Those two figures didn't even need to make a move. As long as they stood there, no living creature would be able to contend against them. They wouldn't even dare to think of resisting. Two blurry silhouettes were fighting, destroying heaven and earth. Finally, the two silhouettes disappeared at the same time, and Gu Fei could no longer sense anything in his mind. This relic. Gu Fei's heart trembled. The ruins here were incredible. Could it be that the demon-suppressing land of the ancient Buddhist masters was actually a large world that had been destroyed by two supreme beings? A battle between extreme supremes was absolutely terrifying. It could destroy the heavens and the earth, cripple the world, or even completely destroy it. Of course, Gu Fei was not an ancient Buddhist lord, so no one knew how this demon suppression ground was created. Perhaps even the big baldies of the Buddhist sects did not know. It seems like there's no other way. Gu Fei sighed and stood up from the ground. Even the ancient Buddhist lord found it difficult to refine this relic, so how could he find a way to leave this world? I can only make a trip to the primal chaos demon realm, Gu Fei muttered to himself. He then left the place. The moment he stepped out of the ruins, his body sank as if an ancient divine mountain was pressing down on him. The suppression of the ancient Buddhist lord was very strong. Even a quasi-supreme like Gu Fei would find it hard to resist. He had lost the ability to fly, so he could only rely on his two legs to run back to the sparrow's territory. However, his speed was still extremely fast. Very soon, he returned to the sparrow's territory. At this time, the altar that was completely made of demon bones was enveloped by a demonic light. Every demon bone on the altar was emitting a demonic light. In the void that was enveloped by the demonic light, demonic runes were constantly appearing and disappearing. The ancient altar had already been completed. At this time, the ancient demon sparrow was standing at the top of the altar, placing the dragon pearl of the ancestral demon dragon. You're very fast. Inner world energy spread out from Gu Fei's body. He directly flew up from the ground and arrived in front of the ancient demon sparrow. With the ancient demon sparrow's ability, there was absolutely no problem. However, Gu Fei did not expect that the altar would already be completed after he went out for a stroll. The ancient demon sparrow did not speak. He was holding the dragon pearl of the ancestral demon dragon with a solemn expression. He carefully placed the dragon pearl into a depression in the middle of the altar. The moment the ancestral demon dragon's demonic dragon pearl was placed into the depression in the middle of the altar, a powerful demonic aura immediately spread from the altar. Countless demonic runes appeared on the altar. It was extremely terrifying. This is... Gu Fei sensed an aura of extreme Tao. The strongest power of the demonic path was gathering, causing the entire world to tremble. It was terrifying to an unimaginable degree. So that's how it is. Gu Fei quickly understood. The ancient devil was trying to condense an extreme demonic power, then use this power to break through this part of the world and escape. Haha! The ancient demon sparrow stood on the altar and laughed crazily. He stared at Gu Fei with an extremely cold gaze. There was not a trace of emotion in his eyes. Do you want to betray me? Gu Fei crossed his arms and looked at the ancient demon on the opposite altar with a smile that was not a smile. Haha, so what if I want to betray you? The ancient demon sparrow laughed crazily. The altar had already been completed and was condensing an extreme demonic energy. He could use the extreme demonic energy to strengthen himself, and then kill this annoying guy. Very well, then go die. Gu Fei smiled. Then, with a thought, the power inside the ancient demon sparrow's body exploded. In the next moment, the ancient demon sparrow exploded into a cloud of blood mist and dissipated in the void. The ancient demon sparrow didn't expect that his life and death would be decided by a single thought from his opponent. He didn't even have time to think before his soul was destroyed. Rumble! The altar was still in the air. The ancient demon sparrow's blood splashed on the altar. The demon blood seemed to activate the altar, and endless demonic energy erupted from the altar. Rays of demonic light surrounded the altar like demonic dragons, causing the void around the altar to distort. However, at this time, a powerful Buddhist energy came down from the sky. A 10,000 Buddha seal appeared in the sky. The Buddha's power locked down the entire heaven and earth. The altar was immediately affected as the two forces clashed against each other. Seeing this, Gu Fei took a step forward. He passed through the layers of demonic light and appeared directly on the altar. Rumble! Gu Fei directly activated the altar, and the demonic power and Buddhist power erupted into a powerful collision. An extremely terrifying aura spread out, and the void constantly cracked open one after another in the void. This altar, which was completely made from the demonic bones of an ancient devil, was extremely powerful, and the power of the extreme Tao was condensing. However, even such an altar could not break through the void of this part of the world. The 10,000 Buddhist seal in the sky pressed down from the sky. The entire altar shook as if it could collapse at any time. Rays of demonic light exploded in the void. Seems like it's not enough. Gu Fei sighed. The ancient demon sparrow was too confident. Although this altar was powerful, it was still not enough to fight against the true power of the extreme Tao. Seems like I have no choice but to take action. Gu Fei shook his head. Then, a blade light rushed out from his body and fell into his hand. An extremely violent aura immediately erupted from the black blade in his hand. Break! Gu Fei directly slashed upwards with his saber, and a black light soared into the sky. The extremely sharp saber light directly broke through the layers of demonic light and slashed the swastika, Buddhist seal in the sky. Swoosh! The saber light broke through the 10,000 Buddhist seal like it was crushing dry weeds and smashing rotten wood. It also broke the void of heaven and earth, creating a gap. The altar soared into the sky and escaped in an instant. At this time, within the heavenly Buddha path opened by the ancient Buddhist Lord, a terrifying demonic aura suddenly appeared in this part of the world. In an instant, all the Buddhist experts in the area were alarmed. Swoosh! A figure rushed out from Mount Meru. This person was the little monk Fan Shio who was holding the alms bowl. What's going on? Fan Shio was inexplicably shocked. How could there be demonic aura in the heavenly Buddha path? He directly rushed towards the direction of the demonic aura. However, with his cultivation, he could only see an altar flash and disappear. That is, little monk Fan Shio's pupils contracted. He had a bad premonition. The powerful demonic aura disappeared. All the Buddhist experts in the heavenly Buddha path heaved a sigh of relief. At this time, Gu Fei was standing on the altar. He was traversing the void and heading towards an unknown place. It was the legendary chaotic demonic realm. Thinking of this, Gu Fei couldn't help but feel excited. The chaotic demonic realm was a place where demons gathered. It was definitely a good place for cultivation. For a cultivator, battle was everything. Increasing one's cultivation through battle was a cultivation method, especially in a battle of life and death. Chapter 3072. The altar shrouded in demonic light traveled quickly through the chaotic void. Gu Fei stood on the altar. He was not affected by the powerful demonic nature that spread from the altar. The altar traveled through the screen between heaven and earth. In this state, Gu Fei could not sense the passage of time at all. It felt like a long time had passed, but it also felt like only a short while. Just as Gu Fei was getting impatient, a bright light suddenly appeared in front of him. Then, a wave of power of heaven and earth came from the place where the light was. This is... Gu Fei's eyes suddenly lit up. Is it finally here? At the thought of this, the battle blood in his body showed signs of boiling. An extremely powerful battle intent spread from his body. However, the light seemed very close, but in fact, it was very far away. The altar rushed forward for more than 2 hours before it reached the light. Then it rushed out. Boom! At the moment when the altar rushed out, there was a loud noise and the entire altar exploded. The extremely terrifying demonic power caused the void to collapse, forming a pitch-black hole. The mountains around the black hole were swallowed by the devouring power from the black hole. The towering ancient trees on the ground also flew up and disappeared into the black hole. However, such power could not hurt Gu Fei at all. He directly rushed out of the black hole and easily got rid of the devouring power. However, not everyone had such an ability. Some powerful creatures near the black hole could not escape, and were directly swallowed by the black hole. Who dares to act violently in my mountain? A loud shout came from afar. The tone was extremely dignified. Gu Fei turned and looked in the direction where the voice came from. It was a towering mountain. In the void around the mountain, there were 4 mountains floating in the void. On top of each mountain, there was demonic aura lingering. There were powerful demonic creatures sitting on the mountain. Monstrous demonic aura rushed out from each mountain. And on top of the mountain surrounded by the 4 mountains, there was a demonic figure standing. 2 blood-red eyes directly swept over Gu Fei. Who are you? Gu Fei stood in the air, looking down at the demonic figure on the opposite mountain. Oh, you are not a creature of this world. Interesting, I will capture you and slowly study you. The demonic figure suddenly discovered something and couldn't help but be moved. Its blood-red eyes became even sharper. Like 2 incomparably sharp swords, it pierced towards Gu Fei. The demonic shadow's gaze seemed to have turned into a tangible sword. Gu Fei's protective primal chaos aura was actually struck by it, causing transparent ripples to appear on it. Interesting. At this moment, another demonic figure appeared on another mountain next to the main peak. A powerful demonic aura spread out from the demonic figure. All the living beings in the vicinity of the demon mountain were extremely terrified. The 2 demonic figures on the mountain peak were just like 2 rulers. They were way too strong. The other demonic creatures did not even have any thoughts of resisting at all. Luo Ping, he's yours now. The demonic figure on the main mountain said. Ha ha! Senior brother, many thanks! The demonic figure on the secondary mountain burst out into laughter. Senior brother, you're way too biased! Just at this moment, the voice of a woman that could cause one's bones to go limp rang out. After that, a figure with peerless elegance appeared on another secondary mountain peak. Ha ha! Little junior sister, am I biased? If you want any human, go ask Luo Ping for it. It has nothing to do with me. The demonic figure on the main mountain disappeared into the void. Senior brother Luo, just leave this human to me, the woman said to the other demonic figure. Her voice was filled with enticement. As she looked around, she was extremely seductive, bringing with her a soul-stealing charm. Little junior sister, you'd better save some of it. Your tricks are useless against me, Demon Lord Luo Ping said. Senior brother Luo, your little sister here really likes this little fella. Can't you just leave him to your little sister here? The woman did not want to give up just yet. At this moment, Gu Fei did not know whether to laugh or to cry. These fellas were really treating him like he was invisible. Did they really think that yours truly wasn't some pushover that they could pinch as they pleased? These powerful beings of the demon's path did not give a damn about Gu Fei at all. However, Gu Fei did not give a damn about them either. He was checking out his surroundings right now. If he hadn't checked out, he wouldn't have known. But the moment he did, he realized that the atmosphere here was not simple at all. The entire region was filled with demonic chi, and there were many demon mountains floating in the skies. Every single one of those demon mountains that were floating in the skies was gigantic, with pavilions and pavilions on them. The aura of the demon's path was strong to an unimaginable extent. At this moment, the void vortex that was formed from the explosion of the altar was shrinking rapidly. Soon, the collapsed void disappeared entirely, restored by the powers of the heaven and earth. Hey, little fella over there! You're mine now! Hurry up and come over! Let me brand my mark on your body! the demonic figure on the second peak said impatiently. Gu Fei ignored Luo Ping and continued checking out his surroundings. This place was filled with demonic qi. To think that this was a rare demon's den. Senior brother Luo, are you really not willing to let me have this little fella? The bewitching woman asked coquettishly. I'm really not. Luo Ping replied expressionlessly. You. Humph. The woman seemed to be getting a little annoyed. She flicked her sleeves and left. Little fella, what are you waiting for? Demon Lord Luo Ping waved at Xiao Qin. You want me to be your slave? Gu Fei laughed. This fella was way too conceited. Very well, yours truly shall give these fellas a surprise then. Of course it's true. Demon Lord Luo Ping looked at Gu Fei coldly. Hee, it's more like you're my slave. Gu Fei stared coldly at the demonic figure in front of him as he said those words. What? Demon Lord Luo Ping was taken aback. He thought that he had heard wrongly. This little fella dared to challenge him? This was something that he had never encountered before. What are you talking about? Hurry up if you want to fight. I don't have time to play with you guys, Gu Fei said impatiently. Very well. Since you're courting death, I'll grant you your wish. Demon Lord Luo Ping made his move right away. A dazzling demonic light shot out from his body and headed straight for Gu Fei. A chilling aura was emitted from the demonic light. Even though it had yet to reach him, the chilling aura had already enveloped Gu Fei. Gu Fei did not dodge. The demonic light arrived in an instant. However, it suddenly exploded 3 feet in front of him. At this moment, a layer of chaotic divine light appeared in the void around Gu Fei. What? Seeing this, Demon Lord Luo Ping could not help but be taken aback. This little fella didn't seem to be easy to deal with. To think that he could block his killer move. Get over here. Demon Lord Luo Ping stretched out his hand and displayed the sky demon hand. A pitch-black demonic hand appeared in the sky and grabbed at Gu Fei. A powerful demonic power burst forth and the demonic hand covered the entire sky, trapping Gu Fei beneath it. Heaven-encompassing palm! Gu Fei used the heaven-encompassing palm. The chaotic palm shot up into the sky and destroyed the demonic hand in the sky. The chaotic palm continued on its way towards Demon Lord Luo Ping. You! This time around, Demon Lord Luo Ping could not help but be taken aback. The combat strength displayed by the other party was so strong that even he, a Demon Lord, could feel the threat from this fella. Swoosh! Demon Lord Luo Ping shot up into the sky and dodged Gu Fei's palm. The chaotic palm landed on the secondary peak that Luo Ping was on. Rumble! The extremely ferocious power directly shook the secondary peak of one of the 5 great devil peaks, and boulders kept rolling down from the secondary peak. By then, the demonic figure on the secondary peak had already disappeared. In its place was a middle-aged man in black robes. His blood-red eyes shone with a demonic glow. This middle-aged man in black robes was the true body of Demon Lord Luo Ping. Humph! Luo Ping scoffed coldly as a demonic mist spread out from his body. It did not take long for the entire sky to be shrouded by it. Within the demonic mist, one could vaguely make out a demonic figure. Gu Fei was shrouded by the demonic mist as well. It was pitch black all around him, making it hard for him to tell where the demon was hiding. Transform! Gu Fei deployed the 9 secrets of Immortal's Path. A pitch-black vortex appeared before him and the demonic qi in the surroundings gathered towards the vortex in a frenzy. Soon, the demonic mist that was shrouding the entire sky disappeared. Flying Immortal Sword! Gu Fei had no intention of stopping. He deployed the 9 heaven-punishing swords right away. The unimaginably sharp swordlight tore the void apart wherever it passed, leaving behind a pitch-black spatial tear. This is... Demon Lord Luo Ping was taken aback. He had never expected that the guy that he saw as a small fry, someone that posed no threat at all, would be able to display such formidable combat strength. What's going on? Just then, the woman that had left earlier reappeared. She was inexplicably shocked. Her eyes shone brightly when she saw what had happened. Little junior sister, didn't you want this guy just now? I'll give him to you now. Seeing that the situation wasn't right, demon lord Luo Ping immediately thought of a way to escape. You should keep him. Chapter 3073. The Black Demon Mountain was a holy land of diabolism located in the western region of the chaotic demon realm. In the entire western region of the Devil Realm, the Black Demon Mountain was definitely ranked at the top. The Lord of the Black Demon Mountain was an almost invincible demon Venerable in the western region of the Devil Realm. The Great Demon Venerable was the most powerful existence in the entire chaotic demon realm. However, the number of Great Demon Venerables in the entire chaotic demon realm could be counted with one hand. Even the Lord of the Black Demon Mountain was not a Great Demon Venerable. Rumble! At this time, in the sky above the Black Demon Mountain, on the 5 peaks, a powerful figure burst out endless chaotic divine light. The entire void was shaking. No one thought that the guy who suddenly broke into the Black Demon Mountain was so powerful that even the second person of the Black Demon Mountain, Luo Peng, could not suppress this guy. Luo Peng was the second expert of the Black Demon Mountain. After the Lord of the Black Demon Mountain, his cultivation and combat strength were the strongest. Flying Immortal Sword! At this time, Gu Fei let out a low roar. An extremely bright sword light immediately rushed out from his hand. In an instant, it rushed thousands of miles and pierced through the opposite Luo Peng. He directly displayed the 9 heaven punishment swords. This was the supreme killing sword created by the supreme swordsman. As soon as the sword light appeared, a murderous aura immediately filled the entire void. This murderous aura made all the creatures on the Black Demon Mountain tremble, especially those diabolism creatures on the Black Demon Mountain. The moment Gu Fei used his sword, all the diabolism creatures on the entire Black Demon Mountain were alarmed. In the face of this murderous sword light, even Luo Peng, the Great Demon Venerable, felt a kind of creepy feeling. His body immediately had a layer of goosebumps. Swoosh! He directly rushed into the sky and dodged Gu Fei's sword. Kill! Luo Peng roared. A square demonic seal immediately rushed out from his body, emitting endless power of diabolism. Then, it suppressed Gu Fei. Rumble! The big seal instantly became bigger, and covered the entire sky. Demonic lines appeared and intertwined on the demonic seal. The terrifying diabolism aura was vast and mighty. Humph! The corners of Gu Fei's mouth curled into a sneer. Then, he charged towards the incoming demonic seal and threw a punch. Bang! Gu Fei's fist broke through the layers of demonic power coming down from the demonic seal, then smashed fiercely on the demonic seal, producing a dull sound of impact. Boom! In the next moment, the mountain-like devilish seal exploded, and countless fragments transformed into specks of devilish light that shot out in all directions. What? Seeing this scene, Luo Peng's shock was no small matter. This fellow who had barged into this place from another world was actually this powerful. To be able to shatter a demonic weapon with one's bare hands, this kind of physical strength was too frightening. Based on Luo Peng's experience, he had never seen anyone with such a tyrannical physical body. The demonic seal shattered, and countless fragments transformed into demonic light that shot towards Luo Peng. A demonic light emerged from Luo Peng's body. Countless fragments of the demonic seals flew onto the demonic light, but they only caused transparent ripples to appear. At this moment, even the peerlessly beautiful woman was affected. With a wave of her hand, she actually caught all the fragments that were flying towards her. Senior Luo, it's a pity for your great demonic seal. The woman smiled sweetly and loosened her grip, causing a dozen or so fragments to fall from her lily-white hands. Junior sister, you. Luo Peng could naturally hear the gloating tone in his junior sister's voice. He also knew that his junior sister was very happy to see him suffer. You want me to be your slave? I don't think you're qualified. Gu Fei looked at Luo Peng expressionlessly and said. Although Luo Peng was very strong, his cultivation was only between the Holy Venerable stage and the Quasi-Venerable stage. He had not truly broken through to the Quasi-Venerable stage. However, Gu Fei knew that there was a Quasi-Venerable stage guarding the main peak, and that Quasi-Venerable stage was not an ordinary one. You! Luo Ping couldn't help but be furious when he heard this. He immediately displayed the secret technique of the mystical demon mountain. An extremely powerful demonic aura immediately erupted from his body. 9 transformations of the mystical demon! Luo Ping roared. 9 rays of demonic light rushed out from his body and turned into an immortal light of destruction that pierced towards Gu Fei. Gu Fei smiled and waved his hand. The 9 rays of demonic light immediately collapsed in the void. The difference between the two was too great. Gu Fei could directly kill this great demon with a raise of his hand, but he did not do so because he wanted to subdue these guys for his own use. In the Chaos Demon world, Gu Fei was an outsider. He knew nothing about this place, so he naturally needed some subordinates who were familiar with the Chaos Demon world to do things for him. All right, you should save some of them. Gu Fei shook his head and said. He did not take Luo Ping seriously at all. You dared to look down on me? As a high and mighty demon lord, Luo Ping naturally had his own pride. This guy actually dared to look down on him. This made him both shocked and angry. So what if I look down on you? Can't I? Gu Fei looked at Luo Ping disdainfully and said. You! At this time, Luo Ping was extremely shocked because he knew that this person was extraordinary. He might be a terrifying existence on the same level as a great demon lord. Being able to become the second strongest expert of the mystical demon mountain, Luo Ping was not stupid. If he still could not see how dangerous this person was, then he would really have lived in vain. Fellow Taoist, who are you and where are you from? At this time, the woman said. Her gaze towards Gu Fei had already changed. This person was extremely powerful and might even be on par with the lord of the mystical demon mountain. If this was really the case, then this was definitely not a good thing for the entire mystical demon mountain. Hee, you guys really don't have the qualifications to know my background. Call the person behind you to come out. He might be barely qualified to know who I am. Gu Fei was still very calm and said, Is that so? Even I don't have the qualifications? The woman walked forward. At the same time, a faint fragrance floated over and pervaded the void. Gu Fei smiled. This girl was a peerless beauty, even his eyes lit up when he looked at her. He had to admit that this girl was truly outstanding. Especially this woman's body had a kind of charm. If one was not extremely strong-willed, they would definitely be bewitched and fall under her skirt. Chapter 3074. Above the 5 demonic peaks of the mystic demon mountain, Gu Fei stood in the air. Opposite him were 2 powerful demonic cultivators. One of them was Luo Ping the revered demon, and the other was a beautiful lady. The lady was very young. Her white robe was fluttering in the wind. She looked like an innocent little girl. It was unbelievable. Even Gu Fei was somewhat dumbfounded. Just a moment ago, she was still a charming demoness. Why did she suddenly seem like an otherworldly fairy? Are you looking for a partner? At this moment, the woman had already arrived in front of Gu Fei. With light footsteps, she circled around to his back and blew a warm breath on his neck. It was a provocation. At least, that was what Gu Fei thought. Gu Fei chuckled and said, What do you mean by that? Do you want to be my partner? Ha ha! The lady in white chuckled and floated away like a puff of smoke. Junior sister, do you really not want to leave a man for even a day? Luo Ping the revered demon suddenly laughed. Luo Ping, what did you say? The lady in white's expression immediately darkened. She turned around and stared at Luo Ping with a murderous look in her eyes. I didn't say anything. Ha! Luo Ping shrugged and said, You want to be my partner? Gu Fei looked at the white-robed woman and said, A demoness like her might be a fatal attraction to other cultivators. However, it was different for Gu Fei. He had fought in the heaven realm and the human realm. He had seen all kinds of people. Although this demoness was a peerless beauty and had a myriad of amorous feelings, so what? What? Fellow Taoist, are you interested in comprehending the Tao with me? The lady in white turned around and looked at Gu Fei and said tenderly. The lady's face-changing technique was really impressive. She was glaring at Luo Peng a moment ago, but in the next second, she was extremely gentle to Gu Fei. Not interested. Gu Fei shook his head and said, "What? Am I not beautiful?" The woman in white looked at Gu Fei with some resentment. "No," Gu Fei said. "Then why?" The woman in white was unwilling to give up. If she could become the Tao companion of such a peerless expert, it would absolutely be a great thing for her. In the future, she would be able to do whatever she wanted in the entire Chaos Devil world. She could tell that this black-clad young man had the cultivation and battle prowess of a great demon Venerable. A great demon Venerable was the strongest existence in the entire Chaos Demon realm. "Because I have a wife," Gu Fei said. When the woman in white heard this, she was startled. She didn't expect that someone would beat her to it. Why was her luck so bad? "Haha. Little junior sister, your wish has failed." Luo Peng suddenly laughed out loud. "Luo Peng, scram as far as you can." The white-clothed woman angrily shouted at Luo Peng with her hands on her hips. "Enough." At this moment, an incomparably majestic voice came from the main peak. Then, a figure appeared on top of the main peak. The white-clothed woman and Luo Peng immediately stopped talking and began to tremble with fear. The lord of the mysterious demon mountain came out, and a powerful demonic aura immediately enveloped the entire void, causing all the demonic experts to be extremely terrified. It was a supreme figure that seemed to be able to crush the world and the void. The figure walked over step by step and soon arrived in front of Gu Fei. Gu Fei carefully looked at the great demon in front of him. The cultivation of a quasi-supreme. He didn't expect to meet such an existence as soon as he entered the Chaos Demon realm. Even in the Heaven realm and Human realm, there weren't many quasi-supreme. Could it be that the demons in the Chaos Demon realm were actually stronger than the cultivators in the Heaven realm and Human realm? "Fellow Taoist, where are you from?" The mysterious Demon Mountain Master was also looking at Gu Fei. The mysterious Demon Mountain Master was inexplicably shocked because he knew that this fella actually came from another world. "Take a guess." Gu Fei looked at the demonic quasi-supreme and said, "The legendary Heaven realm and the Human realm." "I can't guess it," the mysterious Demon Mountain Master said. "You actually know about the Heaven realm and Human realm?" Gu Fei's eyes lit up when he heard this. This demonic quasi-supreme was not simple. "That's a legendary place. Could it be that there really are other worlds apart from the Chaos Demon realm?" Behind the mysterious Demon Mountain Master, Luo Peng and the woman in white whispered, "How could I not know about the former homeland of the Chaos Demon realm?" The mysterious Demon Mountain Master said, "Former homeland? What do you mean?" Hearing that, Gu Fei couldn't help knitting his brows. The information in the demonic path quasi-sovereign's words was too shocking. The former homeland of the primal chaos demonic realm, didn't that mean that the heavenly realm and the mortal realm were once the primal chaos demonic realm? "I don't mean anything. I just want to know why you came to my mysterious demon mountain," the mysterious Demon Mountain Master said. Deep in his eyes there was a glimmer of light. "I'm bored. On a whim, I want to subdue a few subordinates to do things for me." Gu Fei shrugged and said, "What?" The three giants of the mysterious Demon Mountain heard Gu Fei's words. Luo Peng and the woman in white were directly dumbfounded. This guy actually attacked the mysterious Demon Mountain on a whim. Such a reason was too strange. "Fellow Taoists, please leave," the mysterious Demon Mountain Master said politely. He didn't want to offend this guy. "Well, I won't beat around the bush. Surrender to me." Gu Fei glanced at the three giants of the mysterious Demon Mountain and said, "You!" The mysterious Demon Mountain Master was angry when he heard this. His blood-red eyes glared and a cold murderous aura immediately spread from his body. The surrounding temperature dropped rapidly under the impact of the cold murderous aura from the mysterious Demon Mountain Master. "In the end, we still have to fight." Gu Fei smiled bitterly and shook his fat. The other party was also a quasi-supreme. It was impossible for him, an outsider, to surrender to him just because of a few words. "Yes, the strong are respected. As long as you can defeat me, I will surrender to you. However, if you lose, then you will probably die," the mysterious demon mountain master said coldly. "Haha, if you can kill me, then do it. There is no need to worry." Gu Fei laughed. Mysterious Demon 9 Transformations. The first transformation frightens ghosts and gods. Mystic Demon Mountain Lord roared and immediately displayed the Mystic Demon Mountain's life-slaying technique. 9 beams of bright demonic light rushed out of his body. Chaotic Fist. Chapter 3075. As Gu Fei fought against the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord, he struck out with the Chaotic Fist. The most powerful fist force erupted from his fist. Streams of chaotic chi rushed out from his fist like huge dragons. His fist instantly collided with the 9 immortal demonic lights that pierced through the air. This was a huge collision. The mysterious Demon Mountain Lord was absolutely powerful. There was no doubt about this. The power of the mysterious Demon 9 transformations was also extraordinary. The 9 destructive demonic lights directly tore through the void. Gu Fei's chaotic chi collided with the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord's demonic power. The 9 demonic lights immediately collapsed under his fist. He was incomparably powerful, and displayed his strongest battle prowess. His fist, which was bursting with chaotic divine light, was like a chaotic divine mountain. After shattering the 9 demonic lights, it directly blasted towards mysterious Demon Mountain Master. What? The mysterious Demon Mountain Lord was taken aback. He never thought that this guy could break his killing moves so easily. This made his heart tremble. Second transformation, shatter the heavens. The mysterious Demon Mountain Lord directly displayed the second transformation of the mysterious Demon 9 transformations. The most powerful demonic power erupted from his body. The whole world shook violently. In the void, a pitch-black spatial crack appeared. "No matter what transformation you have, it can't compare to my fist." As Gu Fei spoke, he still threw out the same punch. The power of the chaotic fist erupted, shaking the world and blocking the terrifying demonic power that was enough to shatter the void. His punch indeed had the power to turn the rotten into the magical. It seemed ordinary, but it contained the most powerful power of the Great Way. If the punch hit, even the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord would probably be blown up. This Black Demon Mountain Lord's shock was no small matter. His opponent was able to break the second transformation of his mysterious Demon 9 transformations with a single punch. The power of the second transformation was much stronger than the first transformation. However, the other party had easily broken through his killing technique. The mysterious Demon Mountain Lord hurriedly retreated. Gu Fei exuded an invincible aura as he pressed forward. No one could dodge this punch of his, not even the Black Demon Mountain Lord and the other Devil Path Overlords. "Damn it!" Black Demon Mountain Lord bellowed. His hands danced in the air, forming a series of demonic seals. Each demonic seal was like a demonic dragon soaring in the sky, exuding an extremely violent demonic power. Boom! When the first demonic seal collided with Gu Fei's fist, it immediately exploded, releasing a powerful destructive force. Following that, the second and third demonic seals blasted onto Gu Fei's primal chaos fists one after another. All of the demonic seals exploded, unleashing a vast destructive power. However, although these demonic seals were extremely powerful, they could not shake Gu Fei's fist. His fist continued to bombard mysterious Demon Mountain Master. This Black Demon Mountain Lord was shocked. His opponent's fist seemed to be able to shatter everything. The moment his devil seal was destroyed, it instantly arrived in front of him. Bang! Gotcha! A dull collision sound and the sound of bones breaking rang out at the same time. Black Demon Mountain Lord only had enough time to use his arms to block. His arms were directly smashed by Gu Fei's fist and twisted in a strange way. Black Demon Mountain Lord felt as if he was hit by a terrifying ancient divine mountain. He was sent flying, and demonic blood dripped down from the sky. What? Seeing this scene, Luo Ping and the white-robed woman who were watching from afar were shocked to the extreme. Even Black Demon Mountain Lord was not this guy's opponent. How was this possible? Black Demon Mountain Lord was definitely the most powerful existence in Black Demon Mountain. He was a deterrent force. With Black Demon Mountain Lord around, the surrounding forces would not dare to be presumptuous. But today, Black Demon Mountain Lord was actually injured. This was something that had never happened before. At least, Luo Ping had never seen his senior brother in such a difficult situation. Black Demon 3 transformation, destroy the world! Black Demon Mountain Lord roared and directly displayed the third transformation of the Black Demon 9 transformation. The demonic power on his body suddenly soared to an unimaginable level. Rumble! The void around Mystic Demon Mountain Lord was trembling, shaken by the powerful energy fluctuations coming from his body. Pitch-black spatial cracks constantly appeared in the void around him. This is... Gu Fei couldn't help but be surprised when he sensed the powerful demonic aura that suddenly soared from Black Demon Mountain Lord. The demonic secret technique displayed by Black Demon Mountain Lord seemed to be similar to the 9 secrets of Immortal Tao, the Ascension secret technique. Sure enough, it has the power to destroy the world. Unfortunately, you've met me. A grim smile appeared on Gu Fei's face. He still threw a punch at Black Demon Mountain Lord, but at the same time, the void in front of his fist collapsed. It seemed like an ordinary punch, but it contained a peerless power. Go to hell! Black Demon Mountain Lord roared and waved his hands in front of him. Rays of demonic light shot out from his hands and interweaved into a huge net that enveloped Gu Fei. Haha, too many people want me dead. But I'm still alive, while those people are dead. Gu Fei laughed heartily. Black Demon Mountain Lord's expression changed. By now, all of his injuries had healed. The healing power of his demonic physique seemed to be no weaker than Gu Fei's martial physique. At that moment, Gu Fei reached out with both hands and grabbed the net. Then, with a forceful tug, he tore a huge hole in the net. Swoosh! In the next moment, Gu Fei used his extreme speed 8 steps and rushed out of the hole in the net. A powerful martial aura erupted from his body. He pointed his finger, and an incomparably dazzling sword light immediately flew out from his finger, piercing towards mysterious Demon Mountain Lord opposite him. A terrifying murderous aura appeared between heaven and earth. The extremely sharp sword light pierced through the void. Wherever it passed, a pitch-black spatial crack was left in the void. This was Gu Fei's heaven-punishing sword chi. It was a kind of sword chi that could punish the heavens. As soon as the heaven-punishing sword chi appeared, the temperature of the entire world dropped rapidly under the impact of the sword chi. Black Demon Mountain Lord retreated. However, as the sword light flashed, a bone-deep sword wound appeared on his body. Roar! Black Demon Mountain Lord roared. He was actually injured by an outsider. This was unacceptable to him. The other demonic experts on Black Demon Mountain were also stunned. Big Brother is actually not this person's opponent. Am I seeing things? Luo Peng's voice trembled when he saw this scene. One should know that Black Demon Mountain Lord was the most powerful existence in the entire Black Demon Mountain. Seeing that Black Demon Mountain Lord was not Gu Fei's opponent, Luo Peng wanted to escape because nothing was more precious than his own life. Although Luo Peng was the second in command of Black Demon Mountain, he would never risk his life to fight against Gu Fei for the sake of Black Demon Mountain. Absolutely not. As for the white-robed woman, she had already disappeared without a trace. Big Brother, you have to hold on. I'll go and ask for help for you. Luo Peng the Demon Lord roared. Then, he turned around and dashed away. His silhouette quickly disappeared into the void and was nowhere to be seen. Preposterous! Black Demon Mountain Lord was shocked and angry. At this time, the other demonic experts on Black Demon Mountain also began to escape. These demonic experts saw that the situation was not good and naturally would not die here with Black Demon Mountain Lord. Haha, it seems that you are a failure as a leader. Gu Fei looked at Black Demon Mountain Lord and said, You! Black Demon Mountain Lord stared at Gu Fei with a trace of blood at the corner of his mouth. He did not expect this guy to be so powerful. Alright, you don't have to be the leader anymore. Let me be the leader for once, Gu Fei said with a faint smile. Since you want to be the leader, then you can be the leader. Black Demon Mountain Lord gritted his teeth and said. He was very clear about his own cultivation and combat strength. He had no choice but to bow down to this black-robed young man because he did not want to die. Very well, a wise man submits to circumstances. I will not kill you and will put you in an important position. Gu Fei glanced at Black Demon Mountain Lord and said. A world-shaking battle had actually ended in such a manner. Gu Fei had used overwhelming power to force Mountain Master of Black Demon Mountain to give up resisting and choose to surrender. Black Demon Mountain Lord's decision was absolutely wise. Not only did he save his life, but he also became the ruler of Black Demon Mountain. Soon, Gu Fei entered the Demon Palace on the main peak of Black Demon Mountain and became the master of Black Demon Mountain. Black Demon Mountain Lord became the demon general under his command. Gu Fei learned about the current situation of the Chaos Demon world from Black Demon Mountain Lord. It turned out that the Chaos Demon world was also in a situation where the major forces were divided. The figures of the Demon Venerables and even the Great Demon Venerables began to appear in the Chaos Demon world. The Demon Venerables in the Chaos Demon world were equivalent to the Saint Venerables in the Heaven Realm and the Mortal world. The Great Demon Venerables were the Quasi-Supreme Venerables. There were many Demon Venerables in the entire Chaos Demon world, but there were not many Great Demon Venerables. One must know that the Great Demon Venerables were the Quasi-Supreme Venerables in the Mortal world and the Heaven Realm. Black Demon Mountain Lord's cultivation had broken through to the realm of the Great Demon Venerables. He was already a Great Demon Venerables, but his cultivation had just broken through recently, so not many people knew about it. What made Black Demon Mountain Lord miserable was that when his cultivation had just broken through to the realm of the Great Demon Venerables, Gu Fei suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Gu Fei's strength was beyond the expectations of all the demons on Black Demon Mountain. Even Black Demon Mountain Lord himself had seriously underestimated Gu Fei's cultivation and combat strength. Therefore, Black Demon Mountain Lord was unlucky. Warlords are divided and the world is in chaos. It seems that the Chaos Demon world has also entered a chaotic world. Chapter 3076. Demons were originally the archenemy of all living beings in the 3 realms and 6 realms. However, perhaps because it had been too long, the reason why demons became the archenemy of all living beings in the 3 realms and 6 realms could no longer be investigated. Now, regardless of whether it was the Heaven Realm or the Human Realm, countless practitioners believe that the reason why demons became the archenemy of all living beings in the 3 realms and 6 realms was because of their cultivation method. Demons slaughtered the 3 realms and 6 realms and used the essence, chi, and spirit of all living beings as their power. Such a cultivation method was destined to make them the archenemy of all living beings in the 3 realms and 6 realms. However, Gu Fei always felt that something was wrong, but he couldn't tell what was wrong. This made him a little depressed. At this time, Gu Fei became the master of Mystic Demon Mountain and commanded the countless demons under Mystic Demon Mountain. Mystic Demon Mountain was very powerful. It could be said to be one of the top forces in the western region of the chaotic demon realm. However, the western region was very large and the territory was almost endless. In the western region, Mystic Demon Mountain could not be the only power. In addition to Mystic Demon Mountain, the western region of the chaotic demon realm also had Demonic Lake and Falling Moon Demon Palace. The forces of Demonic Lake and Falling Moon Demon Palace were not weaker than Mystic Demon Mountain, especially Falling Moon Demon Palace, which was even stronger than Mystic Demon Mountain. In addition to the western region, the central, eastern, southern, and northern regions of the chaotic demon realm were all occupied by incomparably powerful devil path forces. Currently, the chaotic demon realm was in a situation where heroes were competing for hegemony. Only the emergence of a supreme existence could unify the entire 5 regions of the devil realm. It's really complicated. When Gu Fei learned about this situation in the chaotic demon realm, he was half happy and half worried. He was happy because the chaotic demon realm could not threaten the heaven realm and the human realm for the time being. He was worried because once a supreme devil was born in the chaotic demon realm and unified the devil realm, the heaven realm and the human realm would suffer a disaster. Naturally, Gu Fei didn't trust the demons on Mystic Demon Mountain. Whether it was Luo Ping the demonic lord, Mystic Demon Mountain Master, or the woman in white, they were all under his restrictive spell. Once these demons made any moves and dared to betray him, he could kill them with a single thought. It could be said that among the demons on Mystic Demon Mountain, even the life and death of the Lord of Mystic Demon Mountain were in the hands of Gu Fei, let alone the other demon experts. On the same night that Gu Fei entered the Black Demon Mountain, a powerful demonic aura suddenly appeared in the distance, and quickly approached the Black Demon Mountain. On the main peak of the Mystical Demon Mountain, inside the Mystical Demon Palace, a figure sitting cross-legged in the rear hall suddenly opened his eyes. At the same time, a demonic shadow rushed out from Black Demon Mountain. A powerful demonic aura spread out, enveloping the entire world under the demonic aura of a quasi-supreme. Those fellows from the demonic lake? At this time, revered demon Luo Peng rushed out from another mountain peak and arrived behind Black Demon Mountain Master. He looked at the rapidly approaching figure in shock. Black Demon Mountain Lord, come out and die! That demon shadow hadn't arrived yet, but a loud shout was transmitted over. This caused countless demon experts on Black Demon Mountain to be inexplicably shocked. This guy actually dared to directly shout at Black Demon Mountain's lord? Demon leader, you're courting death! Luo Peng roared angrily. A cold killing intent spread out from his body. When revered demon Luo was angry, the world changed color. A round moon in the sky was covered by the soaring demonic aura. Luo Peng, why aren't you dead yet? Demonic clouds covered the sky and covered the moon. In an instant, half of the world was shrouded. In the endless demonic aura, a figure was faintly discernible. 2 blood-red lights appeared in the demonic aura. If you aren't dead yet, how can I bear to die? Revered demon Luo Peng said coldly. He stared at the figure that was faintly discernible in the demonic aura opposite him. His eyes were extremely cold. Ha! It's good that you aren't dead yet. Let me send you on your way. A wanton laughter came from the demonic aura. The expert from the demonic lake didn't seem to care about revered demon Luo Peng at all. Come on, I promise I won't kill you, Luo Peng said while clenching his teeth. He and the guy from the demonic lake were sworn enemies. They had been fighting for countless years. Both of them won and lost, but neither of them could kill the other. At this time, the Black Demon Mountain Master fixed his gaze on the figure in the depths of the demonic aura opposite him. It was a figure that was hidden in the demonic aura as if it didn't exist. Even revered demon Luo Peng and the white-clothed demoness couldn't sense the existence of the demonic figure, except for the Black Demon Mountain Master. Mo Kuei of the demonic lake wasn't the real protagonist. This guy was at most a cannon fodder, sent to test the Black Demon Mountain. Kill! Without saying much, Mo Kuei and Luo Peng instantly charged at each other. The two figures moved at high speed, and the powerful coercion of the holy venerables erupted from their bodies. The monstrous demonic aura covered the entire world, and the Black Demon Mountain was immediately shrouded in darkness. Senior Brother Luo, do you need help? The white-clothed demoness figure appeared in the distant sky. Humph! Revered demon Luo Peng snorted coldly. He didn't say anything. Instead, he directly used his killer move to attack his old rival, Mo Kuei. Beams of demonic light pierced through the void. Haha! The expert of the demonic lake, Mo Kuei, laughed loudly and directly disappeared into the void. When he reappeared, he was already above Luo Peng's head. Without any hesitation, Mo Kuei directly stomped down on Luo Peng's head. Luo Peng stretched out his right hand and slapped towards Mo Kuei. The violent palm power blocked Mo Kuei's stomp. At the same time, 9 beams of demonic light rushed out from his body. The demonic light turned into demonic chains and entangled Mo Kuei. Seeing this, Mo Kuei directly used the rebounding force to soar into the sky, avoiding the 9 demonic chains that rushed out from Luo Peng's body. The two great demonic experts started fighting. The powerful demonic aura spread in all directions. The void was pierced, and even the primal chaos chi was hit out. At this time, the Black Demon Mountain Master was still staring at the figure in the depths of the demonic clouds. He didn't dare to act rashly, because the opponent's cultivation was not below his. Demonic Lake? At this time, on the main peak of the Black Demon Five Peaks, Gu Fei didn't come out of the Black Demon Palace. Although he didn't show his face, he knew everything that was happening outside. He also discovered the figure hidden in the demonic clouds. The demonic figure was the main character tonight. Eldest senior brother, what are you doing? The white-robed witch couldn't help but feel strange when she saw the Black Demon Mountain Master staring at the mass of demonic chi. There was no living creature in the demonic chi at all. She couldn't sense the existence of the demonic figure. The Black Demon Mountain Master didn't pay attention to the white-robed witch. After all, he had already been locked by the opponent. As long as he showed a trace of weakness, the opponent would launch a fatal attack on him. He didn't dare to move. He knew that the opponent didn't dare to move either, because he had also locked the demonic figure in the depths of the demonic chi with his divine thoughts. As long as the opponent showed any weakness, he could act immediately. These two guys are also very careful. In the Black Demon Palace on the main peak, Gu Fei sensed the state of the Black Demon Mountain Master and the demonic figure in the demonic chi. These two guys still hadn't made a move. Has the big shot of the demonic lake arrived? At this time, the white-robed witch suddenly thought of something and her expression changed. Kill! At this time, Mystic Demon Mountain Lord suddenly roared and directly attacked. He was getting impatient. He immediately used the great art of Sky Devil Capturing Hand. A big hand directly broke through the layers of demonic chi and grabbed the demonic figure in the demonic chi. Under the cover of the big hand, heaven and earth and the void were shaking. However, the demonic shadow opened its mouth and sucked. It actually swallowed the big hand that was grabbing it, and even swallowed the football of Mountain Mystic Demon in one gulp. What? The white-robed witch, who was standing on the side, was really shocked when she saw this scene. The Black Demon Mountain Master was actually swallowed by the expert of the demonic lake. How is this possible? Luo Ping was also inexplicably shocked when he saw this scene. He was almost hit by a Mo Kuei's fist. He couldn't help but sweat on his forehead. It should be known that if the Black Demon Mountain Master was defeated, then he would also be unlucky. However, just when the experts of Black Demon Mountain were shocked to the extreme, boom! Suddenly, the specter that had swallowed Mysterious Demon Mountain Lord exploded, and a figure rushed out of it. At the same time, the demonic figure that had exploded condensed once again, and quickly reappeared in the void. Immortal Heavenly Demon Body? Seeing this, the Black Demon Mountain Master's heart trembled. He didn't expect the opponent to be so powerful. He had actually cultivated the legendary Immortal Heavenly Demon Body. Even if the demonic body was smashed into a blood mist, it could instantly condense a demonic body. It could be said to be indestructible. What? Luo Ping and the white-robed witch couldn't help but be shocked when they heard this. There was absolutely no doubt that the Immortal Heavenly Demon Body was powerful. A demon who cultivated this kind of demonic body almost had a real immortal demonic body. Humph! The demonic figure sneered. There was a bloody light flashing in his eyes, which could frighten people's souls. The Immortal Heavenly Demon Body is not invincible. The Black Demon Mountain Master stared at the demonic figure and sneered. A shocking murderous aura erupted from his body. Demonic marks emerged and intertwined on his body. It's enough to kill you, the demonic figure said indifferently. Then, the demonic figure moved and disappeared in an instant. When it reappeared, it was already in front of the Black Demon Mountain Master. The demonic figure directly punched at the Black Demon Mountain Master. So fast! The Black Demon Mountain Master was shocked. However, at the same time, he raised his right hand and directly slapped forward. A violent palm force erupted and a demonic mark emerged in the center of his palm. Bang! The palm of the Black Demon Mountain Master and the demonic figure's fists collided, and a dull thunder-like sound erupted. The bodies of the two leaders of the demonic path trembled. Both of them were pushed back by the power of the other party. Neither could suppress the other. Again! The two leaders of the demonic path roared and collided again. Chapter 3077. Demonic Lake was a demonic force in the western region of the Chaos Demon world. Compared to Black Demon Mountain, this demonic force was not inferior at all. Black Demon Mountain and Demonic Lake had never stopped fighting each other for countless years. Both forces suffered casualties, but neither could do anything to the other. Neither Demonic Lake nor Black Demon Mountain could change the situation of the western region of the Chaos Demon world by themselves. This was because in addition to these two forces, there was also Falling Moon Demon Palace in the western region. Falling Moon Demon Palace was the most powerful force among the three forces in the western region of the Devil world. However, even Falling Moon Demon Palace was not willing to provoke a war easily. It should be known that once Falling Moon Demon Palace took action, Black Demon Mountain and Demonic Lake would join forces to resist Falling Moon Demon Palace. In this way, Falling Moon Demon Palace would not be able to gain any advantage. No one was willing to break the balance between the three major forces of the western region of the Chaos Devil world. Although the Falling Moon Devil Palace was stronger than the Black Devil Mountain and the Heavenly Devil Lake, the Falling Moon Devil Palace would have to pay a huge price to destroy the Black Devil Mountain or the Heavenly Devil Lake. At this time, the Chaos Demon world was already divided. All the forces were ready to take action, wanting to annex the surrounding forces and expand their territory. Some powerful demonic forces were also watching the western region. Once there was a change in the western region, those forces outside the western region would take action. But now, on this dark and windy night, the experts of Demonic Lake suddenly attacked Black Demon Mountain. No one knew what the demons of Demonic Lake were planning. "Old man, what do you want?" Black Demon Mountain Lord roared angrily. High in the sky, he attacked angrily. Rays of demonic light rushed out from his body, pierced through the void, and flew towards the demonic figure opposite him. However, the demonic figure on the other side was like a phantom. Countless demonic lights pierced through his body without any feeling of force at all. It was as if they were passing through the air. Preposterous! Black Demon Mountain Lord could not help but be shocked. The opponent's undying heavenly demon body was probably not far from the great accomplishment. Ordinary attacks could not threaten this guy at all. However, even Black Demon Mountain Lord's great path demonic light could not hurt this demonic figure. Heavenly demon undying body! At this time, in the Black Demon Palace on the main peak of the Black Demon Mountain, Gu Fei opened his eyes. The great devil technique displayed by that mysterious demonic shadow was extraordinary. "Mystic Demon Mountain Lord, I think you should just surrender to me, lest you die." The mysterious specter finally spoke. "What did you say?" Black Demon Mountain Lord was both shocked and angry. In fact, as early as half a month ago, the ruler of Heavenly Demon Lake had already sent an emissary to Black Demon Mountain, wanting Black Demon Mountain to merge with Heavenly Demon Lake. Faced with the absurd request of Heavenly Demon Lake, Mysterious Demon Mountain Lord was naturally furious and directly killed the emissary of Heavenly Demon Lake. However, the master of the Mysterious Demon Mountain didn't expect that the undead demon lord of the Heavenly Demon Lake would personally come to the Mysterious Demon Mountain after half a month. The undying demon master of the Demonic Lake was the strongest existence in the Demonic Lake. He dared to attack the Black Demon Mountain, so he must have something to rely on. It turned out that his undying body of the Heavenly Demon was almost at the advanced level. So what if you have mastered the undying body of the Heavenly Demon? I'm afraid that you don't have such a big appetite to annex my Black Demon Mountain. Be careful that you don't get stuffed to death. The master of the Mysterious Demon Mountain sneered. Haha, don't worry. My appetite is very big. A small Black Demon Mountain is not even enough to fill the gap between my teeth. The undead demon lord laughed and said, "Then come and give it a try." The master of the mysterious demon mountain stared at the undead demon lord and said coldly, "Since you don't want to surrender, then don't blame me for being merciless." The undead demon lord said fiercely. The master of the mysterious demon mountain was a good opponent. It would be best if he could be subdued for his own use. However, if he couldn't be subdued, then he couldn't let him live. If the master of the mysterious demon mountain was alive and refused to surrender, it would definitely be a big problem for Heavenly Demon Lake. TSK, if you want to fight, then let's fight. Why are you so long-winded? The master of the mysterious demon mountain said, and directly attacked the undead demon lord. The master of the mysterious demon mountain opened his mouth and spat out a mouthful of great path demonic fire towards the undead demon lord. The undead demon lord of the mysterious demon lake laughed and directly rushed forward. He passed through the great path demonic fire and reached out his hand to grab the master of the mysterious demon mountain. The master of the mysterious demon mountain's great path demonic fire could not hurt him at all. The strength of the undying body was terrifying. The undead demon lord was not afraid of the great path demonic fire. The undead demon lord reached out his right hand and directly grabbed the master of the mysterious demon mountain. A huge demon hand as big as a mountain immediately appeared in the void, shrouding the entire void as if it was grabbing the entire world in its hand. Rumble! Under the cover of the demon hand, the void was shaking. A powerful demonic power of the quasi-supreme level spread out from the demon hand. Although the master of the mysterious demon mountain was shocked by the power of the undead demon invincible body, he was also a quasi-supreme level existence. Naturally, he would not lose to any of the experts of the demons. The master of the mysterious demon 9 transformations was also not just for show. He directly displayed the second transformation of the mysterious demon. The second transformation, the sky shatters, a terrifying destructive power erupted from his body. The void was collapsing. The destructive power from the master of the mysterious demon mountain seemed to be able to crush everything. Even the heavens and the earth cracked. The huge hand of the undead demon lord also cracked. Then, with a boom sound, the demon hand exploded. It's just a struggle before death. The undead demon lord sneered. He had the undead demon body, so the master of the mysterious demon mountain could not threaten him at all. As expected, after the undead demon lord of the heavenly demon lake was pushed back by the tyrannical power of the mysterious demon mountain, he immediately attacked the master of the mysterious demon mountain. The master of the mysterious demon mountain was very passive. He was constantly being pushed back by the undead demon lord. At this time, Luo Peng of the mysterious demon mountain and Emokue of the heavenly demon lake also started fighting. Powerful sage-level demonic power surged out from the two experts, shaking the world and the void. Luo Peng's cultivation was obviously above Emokue's. Luo Peng gradually gained the upper hand. However, Emokue's cultivation was not weak either. Even if Luo Peng gained the upper hand, he would not be able to defeat Emokue in a short time. The white-robed demoness of the mysterious demon mountain had not made her move yet. She was watching and also on guard. Nobody knew how many experts of the heavenly demon lake had come. Swoosh! While the white-clothed witch was nervously watching the battle between the black demon mountain lord and the undead demon master, a cold light suddenly rushed out from the top of the white-clothed witch's head without any warning, and rushed towards her. Chapter 3078. In the dark sky, a cold light suddenly appeared and instantly appeared in front of the white-robed witch. Its speed was extremely fast. What? The white-robed witch was shocked. She didn't even think and directly moved a dozen feet away. The cold light brushed past her forehead, and a strand of her hair floated down from the sky. How dare you! The white-robed witch was furious. If it wasn't for her alertness, she would have become a corpse by now. She turned around and saw that the person who had attacked her was a green-robed expert. Judging from his appearance, he didn't seem very old. However, in the world of cultivation, the most unreliable thing was the age and appearance of a cultivator. Because often, A child's age was older than those so-called ancestors. Go to hell. The white-robed demoness glared at the green-robed expert. Her eyes looked as if they were about to spit fire. She directly attacked, and a scarlet demonic light rushed out from her hand, piercing towards the young expert. This was the blood-killing demonic light. Wherever the demonic light passed, a pitch-black spatial crack appeared in the void. Humph! The green-robed expert sneered and then raised his right hand. A ball of demonic light immediately emerged from his hand and blocked the attack. A powerful demonic power exploded on the demonic light in the green-robed expert's hand. The blood-killing demonic light that the white-robed which shot out collided with the demonic light in the green-robed expert's hand and was instantly devoured and disappeared without a trace. What? The white-robed witch couldn't help but be shocked. This guy could actually devour her blood-killing demonic light. How was this possible? I just happened to be lacking a woman to warm my bed. You're the one. The green-robed expert looked at the white-robed witch and his eyes flickered with demonic light. He was unscrupulously sizing up the white-robed witch, and his eyes kept wandering around her body. What did you say? When the white-robed demoness heard the words of the demonic cultivator, her eyebrows immediately furrowed and an ominous glint flickered in her phoenix-like eyes. If looks could kill, this demonic cultivator would have died countless times already. Haha, I didn't say anything. I just want to carry you home. The Devil Dao expert laughed heartily. Lu Mo, you're courting death. The white-robed demoness roared. In the next moment, rays of scarlet light burst out from her body. Each ray of scarlet light was incomparably resplendent, and emitted a terrifying demonic aura. Countless bloody demonic lights instantly interweaved into a huge net. This was a blood-red demonic net that enveloped the entire sky and the void, trapping the green-robed demonic expert. That green-robed expert was not a nobody. He was a willow tree that had turned into a demon. He was called Willow Demon, and cultivated the Tao of the void. It was also because of this that he could hide in the void and not be discovered by the white-robed demoness. "Oh, you're angry. I like it when you're angry," Lu Mo said with a smile. However, he was also making his move. A cyan devil light rose from the back of his head. It was like a devil sun that emitted boundless devil light, causing the void to collapse, and propped up the blood fiend devil net that enveloped everything. Seeing this scene, the white-robed demoness couldn't help but be shocked. This willow demon was indeed powerful, worthy of being a devil sovereign. She didn't think that the demonic lake would actually invite this guy. Lu Mo's strength was absolutely unquestionable. One should know that this guy was a great ruler. Although he wasn't a great devil sovereign, his battle strength was close to that of a great devil sovereign. Buzz! The cyan, devil sun, trembled. The white-robed demoness blood fiend devil net immediately dissipated, turning into blood fiend devil light. Then, it was devoured by the devil sun. You! The white-robed demoness was extremely shocked. This willow demon was actually devouring her power. How could she continue fighting like this? The opponent's power would become stronger and stronger, while her power would become weaker and weaker. The outcome had been decided. You should just obediently let me carry you home to warm my bed, haha. Lu Mo was incomparably arrogant. Of course, he did have the ability to be arrogant because he could be said to be invincible below the great devil's sovereign realm. Whoosh! The white-robed demoness didn't reply. She directly rushed towards the main peak of the demonic mountain. Hey, sister, where are you going? Come to me quickly! Lu Mo shouted as he chased after the white-robed demoness. He wasn't in a hurry to capture her because it wouldn't be fun if he did. At this moment, Luo Ping, who saw this scene, suddenly laughed. Then, he performed a demonic killing technique and attacked Mo Kui, fighting against him. The Lord of the Demonic Mountain and the Undying Demon Lord were also fighting fiercely. However, the Lord of the Demonic Mountain was already showing signs of losing. The Undying Demon Lord's undying demonic body was truly abnormal. Even if the Lord of the Demonic Mountain used the third transformation, he still couldn't change the situation. Run, run! Why aren't you running anymore? Let's see where else you can run to. At this moment, Lu Mo had already chased the white-robed demoness to the main peak of the demonic mountain. He blocked the white-robed demoness in front of the demonic palace, and was smiling hideously as he walked towards her step by step. Lu Mo was unscrupulous because the strongest of the demonic mountain, the lord of the demonic mountain, was entangled by the undying demon lord. It was impossible for him to save the white-robed demoness, and Luo Ping was also fighting against Emokwe. There was no one left in the demonic mountain who could save the white-robed demoness. Humph! The white-robed demoness sneered. She looked at Lu Mo, who was walking towards her step by step, but she seemed abnormally calm. The corner of her mouth even curled up, revealing a slightly mocking smile. Haha, are you playing tricks with me? Lu Mo laughed very happily. There was no one else in the demonic mountain who could fight against him. If the lord of the demonic mountain wasn't being obstructed by the undying demon lord, he might have some scruples. But now, the lord of the demonic mountain couldn't split himself into two. All right, come back with me obediently. As Willow Demon spoke, he directly extended his hand to grab the white-clothed witch. With her beauty, she could barely warm his bed. That's right, Willow Demon said. I advise you to go back to where you came from. The white-robed demoness stared at Lu Mo and said with a smile. She changed her panicked expression and became calm and composed, as if she didn't put Lu Mo in her eyes at all. You dared to look down on me? The white-robed demoness' disdainful gaze completely infuriated Lu Mo. She's right. I think you should just scram. Just as Willow Demon's hand was about to touch the white-clothed witch's shoulder, a voice suddenly rang out from the Black Demon Palace behind the white-clothed witch. What? Chapter 3079. There's still an expert guarding the Black Demon Mountain. Lu Mo's hand that was about to grab the demoness stopped in the air. He couldn't believe it. They had already investigated the number of experts on the Black Demon Mountain. Apart from the Lord of the Black Demon Mountain, revered demon Luoping, and the demoness in white, there were no experts above the demon Venerable level. But now, Lu Mo realized that they were wrong. There was actually a mysterious expert in the Black Demon Palace. This made Lu Mo feel very uneasy. Why are you still here? Do you want to stay here and be my servant? The voice in the Black Demon Palace resounded again. What? Lu Mo's eyebrows immediately rose. Is this guy crazy? Does he think that I'm a great demon Venerable? How dare he say such words in front of me? Just as Lu Mo was stunned, the white-clothed witch suddenly smiled. After which, she instantly dodged, maintaining a safe distance from Lu Mo. Lu Mo was very strong. He was almost invincible under the great demon Venerable level. The demoness in white was no match for him. Since you don't want to leave, then don't leave. The voice in the Black Demon Palace seemed a little impatient. At this moment, even the undying demon lord, who was fighting with the lord of the Black Demon Mountain, felt very surprised. He suddenly attacked the Black Demon Mountain because he was fully prepared. He wanted to subdue the lord of the Black Demon Mountain in one go and execute the beheading operation. He wanted to start with the higher-ups of the Black Demon Mountain and destroy the resistance of the Black Demon Mountain. It had to be said that this move of the undying demon lord was indeed powerful. If he really succeeded, the demons of the Black Demon Mountain would be like a group of dragons without a leader. Moreover, killing the lord of the Black Demon Mountain could greatly intimidate the countless demons on the Black Demon Mountain. Even the lord of the Black Demon Mountain died in his hands. If you guys don't surrender, you will also die. However, the mysterious expert that suddenly appeared in the Black Demon Palace surprised and shocked the undying demon lord. At this moment, Luopun, who was fighting with Emokwe, revealed a sinister smile. These guys were destined to kick an iron plate today. Haha, what are you laughing at? My demon lord has cultivated an invincible divine ability. No one can save you. You are destined to lose. If you surrender now, you still have a chance to live. Emokwe laughed and said, Is that so? The smile on Luo Peng's face became even brighter. Arrogant! Do you know who you are talking to? I want to see who you are! Lu Mo roared angrily. He directly threw a punch at the demonic palace in front of him. An extremely powerful demonic power immediately erupted from his fist. On Willow Demon's body, the shadow of an incomparably huge willow tree was faintly discernible, emitting an extremely powerful demonic aura. Rumble! Space trembled, and cracks appeared in the space, as if it would be shattered by Lu Mo's punch in the next moment. This was the power of a peak demon Venerable. Lu Mo's cultivation had actually already stepped into the realm of Great Demon Venerable. The punch he threw out in anger was definitely the strongest punch he could throw. Willow Demon's strength was naturally unquestionable. However, regardless of whether it was Luo Ping or the white-clothed witch, they both knew that Willow Demon was going to suffer a tragedy. One must know that even the mystic demon mountain lord was not a match for that existence in the demon palace. Bang! The space trembled, and ripples visible to the naked eye appeared. Willow Demon's incomparably powerful punch was actually blocked by an invisible power in the space. What? Willow Demon's shock was no small matter. He never thought that the existence in the demon palace would actually be so powerful. Roar! Willow Demon roared angrily and threw another punch. There were black demonic flames burning on his fist, and the space around his fist distorted. Bang! Another muffled sound rang out. Willow Demon's punch smashed into the space, but it was blocked by the invisible power in the space. Transparent ripples visible to the naked eye spread out like waves. Preposterous! Willow Demon was both shocked and furious. He directly charged into the sky from the ground, and then transformed into a towering willow tree. Then, he pressed down on the demon palace below. An extremely terrifying demonic aura erupted from the demonic tree. Every single willow branch was like a demonic dragon as it descended from the demonic tree. Rumble! The heavens and earth were trembling, and the space was collapsing and collapsing. The roots of the demonic tree directly pierced into the space, absorbing the essence within the cracks of the space. Boom! A loud sound rang out, and the sky above the demon palace was destroyed. The power of a peak demon sovereign erupted, and the space exploded. It was extremely terrifying. However, a layer of transparent ripples appeared in the sky above the demon palace, blocking the demonic tree. The roots of the demonic tree that could pierce through the heavens and earth actually couldn't pierce through the layer of transparent ripples. Seeing this scene, all the experts of the demons were dumbfounded. Willow Demon had actually transformed into his original form and unleashed a supreme killing technique. However, he still couldn't break through the invisible power that enveloped the demon palace. At this moment, even the Black Demon Mountain Lord and the Undying Demon King were alarmed. However, they were still engaged in a life-and-death battle. The Black Demon Mountain Lord was actually in imminent danger, but right now, he knew that as long as he could persevere, he would be the one laughing till the end. Don't waste your energy. My lord can send you flying with a flick of his finger. The white-robed demoness smiled. As if to prove the words of the white-robed demoness, Gu-Fei stretched out his hand and flicked in the air. The demonic tree above the demon palace seemed to have been hit by an ancient demonic mountain, flying away without a trace. The white-robed demoness was dumbfounded. She was just joking, but it actually came true. The demonic tree was actually sent flying away by an invisible force. Who are you? Come out! The Undying Demon King forced the Black Demon Mountain Lord to retreat. He then took a step forward and instantly arrived above the demon palace. He stretched out his right hand and slammed down on the demon palace. Buzz! The void trembled and transparent ripples appeared in the void. The invisible force that enveloped the entire Black Demon Palace emerged. However, this time, it wasn't Demon Willow who made a move. It was the Undying Demon Lord. The invisible force actually blocked the palm of the Undying Demon King. What? Seeing this scene, all the experts of the Demon Palace were dumbfounded. No one thought that the existence in the Demon Palace could actually fight against the Undying Demon King. How is this possible? When Mok, who was fighting with Luo Peng, saw this scene, he was shocked. In his opinion, the undying demon master, who had cultivated the undying demon body to the great accomplishment, was invincible. Ordinary great demon venerables were not a match for the undying demon master. However, this time, even the undying demon king couldn't help but be shocked. What? The undying demon king was shocked and angry. The guy in the demon palace was definitely a great demon venerable. At this moment, a silhouette appeared above the demon palace. It was a black-robed young man. The young man's appearance was not very outstanding, but he had an indescribable attraction. This black-robed young man was Gu Fei. Invincible heavenly demon body? I would like to see if you are really invincible. Gu Fei looked at the demonic figure in the sky and suddenly grinned. Seeing this, the undying demon king was startled. At this moment, Gu Fei suddenly disappeared in the void. The next moment, the shadow of a fist appeared in the undying demon king's eyes. This fist was coming towards him at high speed. The undying demon king could not see Gu Fei. He could only see Gu Fei's fist. His blood-red pupils constricted, and he reached out his hand to grab it. He only felt his hand tremble and his entire palm exploded, turning into a blood mist. Then, a surge of power passed through his arm. Bang! Before the undying demon king could react, his entire body exploded, turning into a blood mist and dissipating in the void. How is this possible? All the demons were dumbfounded. Just one punch. This black-robed young man only used one punch to kill the undying demon king. However, the undying demon king had cultivated the invincible heavenly demon body. Naturally, he wouldn't be killed by Gu Fei so easily. The blood mist condensed rapidly and a figure appeared in the void. You! The undying demon king was indescribably shocked. Where did this fella come from? How could he be so powerful? This was the first time he met someone who could kill him with one punch. Not only the undying demon king, even the other demons couldn't help but feel fearful. Your invincible heavenly demon body is interesting. I would like to study it. Gu Fei looked at the undying demon king and said. His eyes flickered with a scrutinizing gaze. This undying demon king's invincible heavenly demon body was really interesting. The invincible heavenly demon body seemed to be similar to the Heaven Ascension secret technique of the 9 secrets of Immortal Tao. However, Gu Fei knew that the invincible heavenly demon body couldn't be compared to the Heaven Ascension secret technique. One should know that the 9 secrets of Immortal Tao were 9 heaven-defying secret techniques created by the Supreme Tao Ancestor. The invincible heavenly demon body was a great technique of the demon Tao that was created by someone. However, one had to admit that this technique was unique. Cultivating this invincible heavenly demon body might really allow one to have an undying body. What? The undying demon king was instantly enraged. Ever since he started cultivating, he had never been looked down upon like this. To him, this was definitely a humiliation. At this moment, Luo Ping and Mo Kui stopped. They were shocked by Gu Fei's words. The undying demon king was the strongest existence in Heavenly Demon Lake. Chapter 3080. In the primal chaos demon realm, a demon venerable was a supreme existence, but a great demon venerable was more powerful than an ordinary demon venerable. As long as the extreme demon ancestor didn't appear, a great demon venerable was the strongest existence in the primal chaos demon realm. Undying Demon Lord was a great demon venerable in Demonic Lake and also the strongest existence in Demonic Lake. He thought that with his cultivation and battle prowess, it would be a piece of cake for him to kill Mysterious Demon Mountain Master. However, Undying Demon Lord didn't know that Mysterious Demon Mountain Master had already secretly passed the Great Demon Venerable's heavenly tribulation and became a Great Demon Venerable. In the Primal Chaos Demon Realm, it wasn't difficult to secretly pass the Great Demon Venerable's heavenly tribulation because there were many places where original demon ancestors were born. The original demon ancestor was the most powerful ancestor of demons in the world. The place where original demons were born was called the Origin Demon Ancestral Land. If a great demon Venerable's heavenly tribulation was triggered in the origin demon ancestral land, no living being in the outside world would be able to sense it, not even other great demon Venerables. With mysterious demon mountain master's ability, it wasn't difficult to find a place to pass the origin demon Venerable's heavenly tribulation. Moreover, the appearance of Gu Fei had disrupted Undying Demon Lord's plan. Undying Demon Lord didn't expect that there was such a powerful existence in mysterious Demon Mountain. You want to study my heavenly demon immortal body? Haha! Undying Demon Lord laughed loudly. This guy was too arrogant. He actually dared to say such big words in front of him. What's so funny about it? Gu Fei said seriously. He was really curious about Undying Demon Lord's heavenly demon immortal body. He wanted to know how this demon Dao secret technique was similar to the Heaven Ascension secret technique, one of the 9 secrets of immortal Dao. Learning from each other's strengths to make up for one's weaknesses was a very normal thing. Gu Fei would also compare other cultivation techniques with his own to perfect his own cultivation technique. I also want to study you. Undying Demon Master stared at Gu Fei and said coldly. He could tell that Gu Fei was not a living being of the Chaos Demon world. Gu Fei's aura was incompatible with the Chaos Demon world. In fact, Gu Fei also knew that he wouldn't be able to merge with the Chaos Demon world in a short period of time. Therefore, during this period of time, his origins would be exposed to the other demons. However, once he gradually familiarized himself with the heaven and earth aura of the Chaos Demon world, he would be able to blend into this world. At that time, no one would be able to tell where he came from. Is that so? Looks like you won't have the chance. A cold smile appeared on Gu Fei's face. Very well, then see if I have the chance. Undying Demon Lord said. At the next moment, the Undying Demon Lord's figure disappeared in the void, as if he had blended into the surrounding void, leaving no traces behind. Void technique. Seeing this, Gu Fei's heart skipped a beat. At the next moment, his figure also disappeared in the void. At the moment when he disappeared in the void, a demon hand slapped out from the void, shattering the place where he was and creating a hole in the sky. However, at the next moment, the demon hand disappeared in an instant. Bang! An incomparably dull collision sound was heard in the void. 2 figures instantly appeared in the void and struck each other with their palms. However, they disappeared in the next moment. All the experts of the demons were stunned when they saw this scene, especially the master of the mysterious Demon Mountain and the others. They never expected that these 2 experts would be proficient in the void technique. This was a battle of the void technique. Gu Fei and Undying Demon Lord were both experts of the Great Demon Venerable level. The experts of the demons thought that it would be difficult to determine the winner in a short period of time. However, the result was unexpected. Very soon, a part of the void suddenly collapsed, and a figure fell out of the collapsed void. The expert that fell from the void was actually the Undying Demon Lord. Bang! Then, a huge hand slapped out from the void and sent Undying Demon Lord flying again. Drops of demon blood dripped down from the sky. It was the blood essence of a great demon Venerable. Every drop contained an unbelievably powerful demonic aura. A drop of such demon blood was enough to demonize a region. Seeing this scene, all the experts of the demons were stunned, especially the subordinate of Undying Demon Lord Mok. The invincible demon lord in his heart was actually sent flying. In fact, from the perspective of the demons of the mysterious Demon Mountain, since Gu Fei could defeat the master of the mysterious Demon Mountain, he could naturally defeat Undying Demon Lord. However, when the demons on Mystic Demon Mountain saw the scene of Gu Fei sending the undead demon master flying, they were still shocked to the extreme. Covering the sky with one hand. With a loud roar, a huge chaotic palm appeared in the void. The chaotic palm instantly enveloped the entire void, including the Undying Demon King. Without any suspense, Undying Demon Lord was slapped down from the sky by the chaotic hand. Boom! The chaotic hand fell from the sky and imprinted itself on the ground. The terrifying energy fluctuations caused the entire ground to shake violently like waves. Cracks appeared on the ground, and dust rose high into the sky. An incomparably huge palm print appeared on the ground. What? Seeing this shocking scene, all the demon's eyeballs almost dropped to the ground. That was Undying Demon Lord. He was actually slapped down from the sky by a single palm. How is this possible? Emokwe turned pale with fright. One should know that if Undying Demon Lord was killed by the black-robed young man, he would be buried together with him. However, Emokwe didn't dare to leave. Running away was a serious crime. Once Undying Demon Lord investigated this matter, he would lose his head. Roar! Just when all the devil race experts were shocked, a furious roar suddenly came from the giant palm on the ground, and then with a bang, the entire ground exploded, and a monstrous amount of devil chi rushed out of the ground. Undying Demon Lord was like a supreme demon lord. The demonic energy wave emitted from his body shook the entire void. "Io, he's going all out." Upon seeing this, Gu-Fei smiled and took a step forward. He executed the 8 steps extreme speed and instantly arrived before the Undying Demon Lord. Without any hesitation, he threw a punch at the Undying Demon Lord. The Undying Demon Master also threw a punch. The 2 fists collided with each other, and a muffled sound was heard. It was as if 2 immemorial demon mountains were colliding with each other. The power of Gu-Fei's martial body was exploding. Extremely tyrannical energy ripples appeared in the sky as the 2 figures unleashed their most powerful killing techniques, wanting to defeat the other party. Undying Demon Lord executed some sort of secret technique that could instantly increase his cultivation base, forcing out all of his potential. Such a technique harmed others without benefiting oneself. One should know that the life essence of a living being was limited. If one were to overexert it, one's vitality would be greatly damaged. Demonic dance! Undying Demon Lord roared. Endless demonic aura rushed out from his body. Within the demonic aura, demonic figures could be vaguely seen, as though they could pounce towards Gu-Fei at any time. The void around Gu-Fei was shrouded by the demonic aura. Within the demonic aura, it was as though a group of demonic beasts were dancing. The extremely terrifying demonic aura filled the sky. Chaotic universe. Gu-Fei did not dare to be careless. He immediately executed one of the 9 secrets of Immortal Tao, Chaotic Universe. All the demonic energy that was rushing towards him was activated. Very quickly, the endless demonic aura condensed into a gigantic dragon shadow. Under Gu-Fei's control, it pounced towards Undying Demon Lord. What? Seeing this, Undying Demon Lord was shocked. His opponent could actually use his energy to attack him. This was something that had never happened before. Roar! The demonic dragon soared into the sky and smashed Undying Demon Lord away. "You're no match for me," Gu-Fei said with a chuckle. He took another step forward and disappeared into the void. Bam! Undying Demon Lord was struck once again and was sent flying. He kept coughing out blood. Demonic blood dripped down from the sky. However, Undying Demon Lord cultivated the sky demon Undying body. Very quickly, all the injuries on his body were healed. The regenerative ability of the demonic body was truly shocking. Suppress! Gu-Fei bellowed out. His hands danced about as chaotic force surged. Strands of chaotic inscriptions interwove with one another, and a huge chaotic seal immediately appeared in the air. Rumble! Gu-Fei controlled the chaos seal and charged towards Undying Demon Lord. Terrifying chaotic force spread out from the chaos seal. The void was collapsing, before shattering and annihilating. The might of Gu-Fei's great chaos seal had astonished everyone. One should know that it was not the real chaos seal, but a seal that Gu-Fei conjured with a great art. Yet, it still possessed such terrifying might. Swoosh! Undying Demon Lord executed a great art of the void and escaped into the void. However, as soon as the chaos seal that Gu-Fei had conjured shook, pitch-black spatial cracks immediately appeared in the surrounding void. A figure immediately fell out of the void. You! At this moment, Undying Demon Lord couldn't help but be shocked. Because Yi Shiwen's combat strength was too powerful. He was worried that even if Yi Shiwen couldn't kill him, he would be unlucky if Yi Shiwen managed to suppress him. At this moment, Gu Fei seemed to have seen through the Undying Demon Lord's thoughts. He looked at the Undying Demon Lord and revealed a faint smile. This. Chapter 3081. In the sky above the mystic demon mountain, Gu Fei displayed his almost invincible strength. He actually conjured a chaos seal and shook the Undying Demon Master out of the void. Gu Fei was incomparably domineering. He threw out a chaos fist. Bang! The Undying Demon Master's demonic body was shattered into thousands of pieces again. Then, it turned into a blood mist. However, the Undying Demon Master had the undying demonic body. This level of attack couldn't hurt him at all. In the next moment, the demonic blood instantly condensed and a figure appeared in the void again. A powerful demonic might exploded from the figure. The Undying Demon Master instantly condensed his demonic body again and displayed his terrifying demonic might again. It was as if he really had an almost immortal life. However, Gu Fei had cultivated the wing transformation secret technique after all. He knew that this secret technique of immortality wasn't absolute immortality. He wanted to find out the Undying Demon Master's weakness. Just when he punched the Undying Demon Master's demonic body, he felt an immortal demonic nature emerging from the Undying Demon Master's body. Perhaps it was this immortal characteristic that made him almost indestructible. Whoosh! The Undying Demon Master walked towards Gu Fei step by step. A ray of blood light shot out from his blood-red eyes. It was a ray of demonic light that was formed by countless baleful blood demonic marks interweaved together. The ray of demonic light instantly turned into a peerless demonic sword and shot towards Gu Fei at an extremely fast speed. A chilling sword chi immediately spread out. The ray of sword light wasn't formed by a real demonic sword. It was a killing technique conjured by the Undying Demon Master. Moreover, this killing technique seemed to be similar to the primordial spirit sword technique in the 9 secrets of the immortal path. Buzz! A sword hum came from Gu Fei's body. Then, a purple divine mark appeared in between his eyebrows. A ray of purple sword light rushed out from between his eyebrows and turned into a peerless sword light that clashed with the Undying Demon Master's sword light. The two sword lights instantly intertwined with each other, producing dazzling sparks. It was like two real peerless divine swords colliding. This is... Undying Demon Master was indescribably shocked. He had never thought that the other party would also grasp this kind of killing technique. His advantage was instantly gone. Could it be? At this time, Black Demon Mountain's lord seemed to have thought of something and was extremely shocked. In the distant past, this kind of killing technique seemed to have appeared before. Once, supreme experts from other worlds slaughtered their way into the primal case demon world. Back then, countless demonic path experts fell, and the demonic blood dyed the earth black. The master of the Black Demon Mountain didn't experience that great battle, but some of the old seniors who survived did. They almost died. It was also at that time that the experts among the demons began to study that person's cultivation method and created several great killing techniques. The killing technique that the Undying Demon Lord used seemed to be one of those killing techniques. Could this outsider be that person's successor? Mystic Demon Mountain Lord was indescribably shocked. Just as Black Demon Mountain's Lord was in shock, Gu Fei's primordial spirit Dao sword had already broken through the Undying Demon Master's demonic sword light, and then slashed towards Undying Demon Master. Undying Demon Master was shocked. The opponent's sword light was too fast. He didn't even have time to dodge, and the sword light had already pierced through his body. This great demon Venerable of Heavenly Demon Lake instantly froze. This was the primordial spirit Dao sword, and it was different from any previous attack. It should be known that Gu Fei's primordial spirit Dao sword was a killing technique that turned to slash the primordial spirit. As long as one was slashed by the primordial spirit Dao sword, his primordial spirit would be instantly destroyed. Even a quasi-supreme expert would die if they were slashed by Gu Fei's primordial spirit Dao sword. At this time, all the experts of the demons were staring at Undying Demon Master nervously. It should be known that this expert of demonic path was the #1 expert of Heavenly Demon Lake. If anything happened to Undying Demon Master, then Heavenly Demon Lake would be in trouble. In the primal chaos demon world, the law of survival of the fittest was vividly displayed. If anything happened to Undying Demon Master, without the deterrence of Undying Demon Master, Heavenly Demon Lake would be annexed by other forces at any time. The situation of the entire western region of the primal chaos demon world would change greatly, and the falling moon demon palace might be able to unify the western region. At this time, the surroundings were silent, and everyone was staring at Undying Demon Master. Undying Demon Master just stood quietly in the void, motionless. His life aura seemed to have disappeared. Could it be that that sword actually destroyed the primordial spirit of Undying Old Turtle? Black Demon Mountain's Lord said with extreme shock. It should be known that when one's cultivation reached the great demon Venerable realm, the primordial spirit was their life. As long as the primordial spirit was not destroyed, they would not die. However, if the primordial spirit was destroyed, then no matter how strong one was, as long as his body was not destroyed, he would only become a walking corpse. Undying Demon Master is really dead? Luo Ping and the other demon venerables were extremely shocked. It was really unbelievable that this outsider could actually kill Undying Demon Master. Seeing this scene, Lord of Mysterious Demon Mountain couldn't help but be shocked. Undying Demon Master was still holding back when fighting against him. He was looking down on others too much. Lord of Mysterious Demon Mountain was shocked and angered. At this moment, Undying Demon Master actually controlled the power of the entire heaven and earth to suppress Gu Fei. It was as if the entire heaven and earth was pressing down on Gu Fei. Humph! Seeing this, Gu Fei directly punched upwards. Extremely powerful chaotic energy exploded from his fist, shaking the entire heaven and earth. This was an invincible fist intent. It pressed forward with indomitable will. Even the heaven and earth would be pierced by this fist. Although Undying Demon Master was powerful, in front of Gu Fei, he was only a decent opponent. So what if it was the might of the heaven and earth? Gu Fei only needed one punch to shatter it. Rumble. The heaven and earth were collapsing. Undying Demon Master's power of heaven and earth was actually shattered by Gu Fei's fist. This made Undying Demon Master indescribably shocked. This outsider's battle prowess was really too strong. Even those famous great demon sovereigns in the primal chaos demon world were only at this level. Undying Demon Master had lived for a very long time. His knowledge was naturally extraordinary. Gu Fei's battle prowess made his heart palpitate. At this moment, Gu Fei's primal chaos fist had already become the only thing in the world. The void of heaven and earth was being destroyed. This scene was really too shocking. Undying Demon Master was directly blown away. As powerful as Undying Demon Master was, he was still not Gu Fei's opponent. Even if he didn't die, he was constantly suppressed by Gu Fei. He was extremely sullen. Gu Fei's fist was still moving forward. Without any suspense, Undying Demon Master's body was once again blasted into a bloody mist by Gu Fei's fist. However, in that bloody mist, there were specks of immortal demon light faintly appearing. Very soon, that mass of demon blood condensed into a figure again. Undying Demon Master appeared once again. His extremely powerful demonic aura once again spread out for 100,000 li. Lord Demon Master is indeed undying. Seeing this scene, Emokure couldn't help but be incomparably excited. Undying Demon Master was continuously blasted by Gu Fei, but he kept on reforming his body as if his yuan qi was inexhaustible. His yuan qi wasn't damaged at all. As expected,